It says you've been sent to the space between.
Yeah.
Mine says that you're looking at someone Churchill.
Oh, we can go on any of these? Can
Winston.
I have Labyrinth for 500?
I'm going to take...
Tell me what happens when you click those. Do you see anything?
For $20.
In what year was Labyrinth released?
1987.
Dang it.
You're supposed to say, what is 1987?
What is 1987?
Hey, so Terry, are you seeing Labyrinth when you click on it? Do you get into that board?
Yeah, I'm into the Meyer thing.
Yeah. Okay.
can't
So
move
that's a flaw they got to fix. So just stay out of the boards because you could see ahead. It's okay. It's no big deal now but a DM could queue up several different boards, and if you start jumping around,
except it's saying waiting on GM, so I can't I'm in, but I'm.
It's waiting for me. It's waiting for me to summon you to a board.
Right.
So I'm going to summon you to a board. So until I summon you, you stay in the land of the space bar.
Can you kick me back out then?
I don't think I can, actually.
Oh, well, that's
I'm going to freaking kick you out in a second.
Evie, did you get my message about what Lilith did last week?
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Patrick.
Spell, did you use...
So I'm stuck here then.
You should be
No
able
way
to
to escape out of it.
Okay. Did you use the greater one or the... Because I have... Whoops.
It was a low
I
level
have
one.
cure light wounds or moderate wounds.
It was a cure moderate wounds.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm stuck here.
In stone shape, right?
Once you
Or
pick
soft-
something,
Soft
apparently
and
you're
earth
stuck.
and stone.
if you
Thank you.
close out and come back.
I'd have to close the game completely, but yeah, I'm not willing to do that.
I wish I could give you like an IRL hug, but
Someday.
You know the day.
Just
You
wanna
know the
there's
day,
a
baby.
con happening soon.
I'm also in Canada.
Well, somebody's always being conned somewhere.
Break the rules.
Good to see everyone. It's going to be fun tonight. Can't wait. Doing some
There we
different
go.
stuff.
That was way too bright. That needs to be blue anyways. Let's put the blue filter in.
Let's get that opening kickoff scene ready. That's the money shot right there. God, it's so pretty.
There we go. A little bit of blue mood lighting. I like it. Okay. So John, I'm stuck there then because unless you do something, I can't exit out of it.
Oh, good. Well, as it should be then.
Essentially, that's how we roll 20.
I gotta follow back.
Hey, Rory. Good to have you in here tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely need to get to monitors because there's too much stuff going on, and my screen is way too small.
Yeah, it's. I'm sorry, guys. It's going to be really hard to get the full GHA experience if you don't have at least 2 monitors. I'm sorry.
Dang it, John.
Way to
I
go,
only have
John.
3, so I can't help
Okay, good. Well, I only have you beat by 1, Terry. So there you go. All right.
Terry, would you suggest 2 separate regular size screens or one bigger?
2 separate.
2 separate.
2 separate.
2 separate,
better?
definitely.
Always.
Yeah, because you can extend or you can duplicate. You have a lot more control. You don't want just one big screen.
Oh, okay. So two separate monitors.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
Okay, I will look into that.
And it's probably cheaper that way anyway, because you've already got one, so you can just get a second one of similar size, and you'll be.
What size is your current monitor? Do you know?
Well, size doesn't matter.
The monitors.
Whoa,
it does.
hey,
Okay, but it
PG
does.
show here.
It does.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It
I don't know how
absolutely
big
does.
this one is. I haven't measured it.
So I'm running a
Use your
20
forearm or a
24 and a
can of Coke
27.
to measure.
And they're great sizes.
A bottle of water.
Sorry, say that again, Terry. What's that?
24 and 27 are great sizes. 32 starts to get way big, but if you have the space, it's nice.
Oh, okay. And do you measure the monitor screen like you do like a
Diagonally.
screen,
Diagonally.
Diagonally.
Yeah, and I've got a 24, a 24.
Speak clearly.
Thank you.
Did he say Dragon Lily?
You're
Yes,
running
I
a
think
TV though too, aren't you, John?
No.
Oh,
I've got 4 I've got a 24, a 24, a 28, and then the 32 is up here, but it's purposefully big because it shows to the whole room.
Right.
It's more like a TV, but it's actually a 32-inch monitor.
So why didn't you just go with TV in that situation?
Because the monitor was cheaper, and I was able to get
damn.
a 4K unit a lot less than I could have gotten a TV.
Gotcha. Yeah, in my house we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monitors, I think. It's stupid.
Yeah, you get the display port too with the monitor, which you
Yes.
typically don't get with TVs, and the display ports was what let me push out the 4K resolution. Oh, hey, thank you, Dragon Blue. Welcome to the Mad Chatters. You've joined, and we
Oh,
haven't even
is there
done
voice
anything
line?
yet. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we're voice
See, I didn't even know.
That's why I didn't wanted to cry. Hey, everyone, I love you guys a ton, and now that Brim has finally somewhat gotten a magic item, we're going to die. So, thank you, everyone, for...
Grim doesn't have a magic item yet.
Not yet.
And
Not if he doesn't keep Gimbal safe.
once we die tonight, it won't matter. So.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I still have that full restoration potion.
You do
Plus
still
three-
have
plus
useful.
3 Cure Light Wounds potions.
That freaking one.
You don't know.
can't-
Well,
I'm
Lilith knows that. 'cause she's
All right, so Vivi, I want to make sure we're on the same page, and this will be good for us as we get started. Yeah, Iculus, your main's 27. It's a good size monitor. That's my my third monitor. All right, so when you cast the spell, which did you tell her what she cast?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I made a little bit of a mistake last time because the 50 feet is not a strict linear dimension. It's a square footage, right? So it's a 50 square feet. These creatures are more than 50 square feet around each other. So I'll correct that and I'll show everybody where it's at tonight. But so when you cast it, undressed earth or stone is softened. So this includes this terrain. It's a lot of sand, it's a lot of stone, it's a combination. So it becomes like softened area, and then it can be, if it's stone, it becomes soft clay. So they're not necessarily sinking down, but it can become loose underneath their feet. They have to make a reflex save, or it can slow their movement, all those that are restricted in that area. If they're in mud, they have to make that reflex save or be caught and unable to move for a period of time. So we'll resolve it all that way. I have it all ready to go here. Do square feet hurt? That's a good question, William. I'm not sure.
They do. I've talked to people.
William, by the way, Lord Forth, he won again this last weekend. He has been a very, very lucky man on our giveaways, and he has a new Blue Box hat coming his way.
Trophy husband. Who's this
All right,
for?
fine, Josh. I'll wear that shirt for you.
Thank you. I've been trying to pressure him this whole time, and he wouldn't say anything.
I literally just changed my my Twitch to dark mode because I saw your picture and I was like, oh, she has it in
Oh,
dark
dark mode is the best. Oh,
I love
I
dark
have
mode in
everything in dark
everything.
mode.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
why
dark
I
mode
didn't
on
do that.
everything. Yes,
TikTok,
all my apps.
Instagram, all of those. are dark
Everything
mode.
is on dark. My Outlook is on dark mode. My
Yep.
O365
Why would you-
SharePoint is on dark mode. Everything. It's so much
It
better
It
for
is,
eye
but
fatigue.
on like Google Sheets, it is horrid.
Google
Oh,
Sheets
yeah,
is bad.
Google
Yes,
Google
I'll
Sheets
agree with
is
that.
Terrible. Yeah.
Gosh,
You are
that's,
correct.
it's a sheet.
It's,
Yes.
it's totally sheet.
Bunch of sheet.
All right, we are going to go ahead and we're going to kick off to the live view and let everybody see the beautiful faces here on Blue Box.
Where?
Where?
Talking about you guys, not me.
It's you guys.
Vivian,
All right.
great, and Rory.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Blue Box, Tuesday night at 5 o'clock. You know that is your favorite time of the week. Where else would you rather be than sitting here with us playing a little bit of D&D? And yes, those bars were on purpose, though not pre-planned. I am joined by this all-star cast tonight. We have some really fun stuff, not only tonight, but things coming up over the next few days. We're going to talk about our schedule. We have a normal schedule this week. Well, I say normal, just normal, excellent, fun stuff. But next week's going to be a different schedule. And then we have a huge event coming up on the 28th, which we're going to talk about tonight as well. We're joined, as always, by these amazing players. I'm so thankful for them being with us tonight. We'll go through what happened last time, let them introduce their characters in just a moment. Tonight, we will also be featuring Tailspire. Which, of course, is a new tool that we've been working with here on Blue Box. And understand that we are still, as I've said, I feel like ad nauseum, but I'm just going to keep saying it to make sure all of our old school fans know we're staying with the minis and the terrain. I love this stuff behind me. I have some on the table tonight. Whether or not we ever see the terrain I have on the table tonight depends on what these players do, where they go, and how far they get. So I'm using a combination of the terrain on Tailspire and my physical terrain, and I'll mention that again one or two more times. Before we jump into that, let's go ahead and look at our schedule coming up. Let me skip to our sponsor page, and the big sponsor of the week that we are so focused on is Mike Disney and the art of Mike Disney. Mike is our third newest sponsor. He's the creator of great minis. He's an artist. He is a sculptor. He is a painter. He's a singer. If you pop in on his 6 o'clock show during the week, you'll hear him riffing to cool 70s and 80s tunes. He's a very multi-talented guy, and he has been a huge fan of the show. So we've given away, I think, 3 or 4 Overgourd prints now already. He's doing custom minis for the show, and you have his link tree now in the chat. If you check out his link tree, you'll find, one, you have both his Etsy channel, you also have his Twitch channel, and you have his Patreon. His Patreon, you can go on and you can support Mike, and he's got lots of benefits to his Patreon. And so please check out this sponsor. Now, we always shout out all of our sponsors. Thank you to Frederica Draws with her amazing artwork. Thank you to the makers of Terrain Crate, Mantic Games, Cozy Gamer. We have, of course, now Troll Lord Games. Huzzah! So thankful to all of our sponsors. And then Ferox Fabrications has a whole set of things coming to us. He told me they should be here on the 13th, so it should be coming any day now. And they are these beautiful magnetic mini holders. We will be featuring each of our sponsors now once a week. So I did Mike Disney's feature on Sunday, today, and then one more time tomorrow, and then we'll switch to a new sponsor. But I thought this would be a nice way for us to really let you know a little bit more in detail about what our sponsors do. And I showed some pictures of Mike's work on Sunday. I'm going to show some more pictures of his work tomorrow night on our LMA stream. So I'd like to, Vivi, I want to call on you for a second because, well, I think all of us have dabbled, and of course we have a prop maker here and a painter par excellence with Evelyn. But I've painted, Josh has painted, I don't know, Terry has stared at the wall. But Rory has ordered on Hero Forge. So you, though, are the real expert painter here. Just give us your thoughts on what you've observed from Mike Disney's technique.
Oh, I love Mike Disney's technique. There's lots of awesome techniques that he has. His work with colors and blending and stuff like that. Absolutely gorgeous stuff. A different technique and style that I use, which I kind of find really awesome, because then I can kind of just look at his stuff and then learn different things that I necessarily wouldn't try myself. But yeah, I love his stuff. It's so good. Lots of beautiful contrast too. He does a lot of good contrast work as well.
It's neat to me to see how every artist has different style, and his style is very unique. He can go toward the more, I don't want to call it anime, but he can go toward that very contrasty style, but he can also do very gritty and very earthy, realistic style. It's just, I don't know, it's really cool. Okay, so with all of that said, I'm going to show the fans now how we are going to summon the team into our Tailspire view. And you're getting a preview of what happened last time if you weren't here with us. This is the tool Tailspire that we are mingling with our physical terrain. And the first thing I'm going to do, this is the board they were on last time, is I'm going to summon all the players to this board. Now before I do that, I said it's the first thing, it's not the first thing. The first thing I'm going to do is make sure they have access to the right players. So I'm going to go to GM Tools here, Player Permissions. And this one is, you are Spicy Ramen, correct, Vivi? Okay.
That is me. I am Spicy Ramen.
Okay. All right. So I've given access to the druid to Spicy Ramen. Now I'm going to go to the gnome, and I'm going to give that. And normally we'll do this before the stream, so this will not be our regular start to the stream, but I thought it would be fun for everybody to see how this works, and also, frankly, we're learning it as we go. All right, so I've given C. Skylar control of Gimbal the Gnome. Then can I give you, Evelyn, control of both the wolf and Ooh, that would
I
be
don't know.
cool.
Can't-
All right,
Sure.
so we're learning. So Theater Evie she has the goodest boy. Whoops, cancel. And now we're gonna see, can I give her also this one? Oh, that would, if that works, that would be so cool.
Should.
Oh,
Please
no, I
request
think.
to have control over Rin. Just kidding.
All right, I think you only have control. Go ahead and see if you can control your mini, and then see if you can control the wolf. I
have
think.
not been summoned yet.
Yeah, we have nothing.
Oh, that's right.
not
Okay,
been
so let me finish. Let me give this to Rin. Sorry, I got distracted. All right,
I
so
haven't been summoned either.
I will summon you.
None of us have it. Stop it.
Machi kid.
None of us.
All right, and then
Summoned.
last but not least, I'm going to summon. Thank you so much, Hagar, for the 6-month sub. C. Carson, thank you for the resub. We appreciate all that support. And I'm looking for Josh, which is that guy. Yeah, you already have your guy, Josh. All right, so here we go.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to summon the players to the board.
Yeah, we are.
You are summoned. All right, so grab your minis, use the Alt, and you can turn them around in place.
Yep.
Yeah, you got yours, Josh. Okay, I see Gimbal. Whoa, look at all the minis popping around. All right, still waiting for
Ooh,
Vivi.
That was slow. That just. Ooh, that was not good.
Now, do you? Okay, all right. Not too much, guys. Not too much. All right. Do you have yours, Evelyn? I don't see any movement.
Well, it's completely throttled my CPU usage, so you're gonna have to give me a moment.
Okay, all right.
Before things balance back out. All right.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, it is,
Okay,
Dave.
I got Phineas.
Oh, you got Phineas? Oh, so that means you do probably have both, because
And
Oh, you can control both. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. I'm sorry, we're geeking out here. So you have both your familiar and your mini under your control now. So this gives us the ability to really let you have. All right. So, couple things I'm going to set as ground rules. Vivi, were you able to get in?
It's just loading right now.
Okay, we'll give you a minute. And if you can't get in, then we'll just do it for you tonight. So one thing I want to ask all the players. You have the ability still to control your vertical view. I want to ask you not to. Keep your view more or less eye level with your mini. You can use the Q and the E on the keyboard to pan around and look. Okay, so you can look within your own field of vision. And then you can move your mini based on whatever movement permissions I give you, just like we would with miniatures on the train. What I don't want you doing is panning up, zooming across. You could start, we can obscure things, I can hide them, but I just don't want to do that. I want to keep this just like it is on the board here when I'm using my physical terrain in the room. So I'm asking each of you, keep your field of view more or less eye level, and you can play around with that. Use the Q and E to pan around, and then you can also move your mini sort of within space. So if I'll use your mini here for a moment, Evelyn. If Elandra moves forward, she can move forward, she can engage, she can move back, she can move closer to the fire, as long as it's all in the context of our combat. And then there's other fun stuff that you can do with it that I'll show you later. And we're still waiting. Vivi, are you having trouble?
It's loaded. I don't know how to move my thing though.
Okay, so click it.
Click on it
Just click it.
Okay.
and hold, and then you shake it like this.
Everybody else is dancing. Sorry, viewers, we do play D&D. Just wait, it's going to happen. This is just a little fun setup here.
Move.
It's just still.
There you go.
Oh,
Let's
there.
go. Now move her, click and drag her to move her forward.
Bink.
Get out of that fire. All right, you take
Who's
10
in the
damage.
fire? Get out of the fire.
I lit
Oh, wow.
myself
Okay, easy there, Vivi. Easy. Whoa, where are you going?
I don't know.
Bring her back. You drop- okay, hold on. All right, Vivi has already broken rule 1, which is stay in the area I told you to stay in.
Gosh, Vivi.
I have a lot of leg on mine.
Yeah,
What's
you do.
happening?
All right, so you're.
I don't even know.
I
what
thought
to
she
do.
was short. How does she got a lot of leg?
Okay.
Leg.
All right. So, Vivi, you could just try to move her a little bit. Just like tap her and move her forward a bit.
Okay, hang on. I'm just. gonna
Also,
look.
turn down the resolution because that will help.
Will
Yes.
it? Okay, hang
Yeah.
on.
Oh,
you
that's
have a
probably your
potato for a
problem. Yes.
computer.
Drop
That's
your
what you
if
wanna
your
do.
PC is not strong enough, drop your resolution. You won't have like that choppiness and that over
Okay,
movement.
That makes sense.
It's funny, my field of vision.
But I
is
think everything's looking good here on mine. Viewers.
Some other things you can turn off, Vivi, is depth of field, screen space, ambient occlusion, chromatic aberration. All those can be turned off.
Which is so sad if you have to do that. But yes, those are all. It's just like playing. Like, your anti-aliasing will be a big one. If you got full anti-aliasing, that will definitely like hog your GPU. But you can. But I think the biggest thing is resolution. If you drop your resolution, that makes such a difference in your GPU usage. And we'll work with all of this with you. And again, fans, tonight we're doing something a little different just to get started. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun if we can play it this way. It gives me the ability as a DM. I'll control what you as a viewer see. So as a viewer, you're going to see whatever I want you to see, whatever I can kind of, and you'll actually get some treats because you'll be able to see certain DM views that the players can't see as long as they don't try to cheat and look at the Twitch channel. But even if they do, the Twitch channel lags. So this is one of the main reasons I like this. So if you're watching right now and you're wondering, why is Blue Box fiddling with this, aside from how frickin' gorgeous it is? It is principally because it allows me to engage my players with live views where they have instantaneous feedback on the combat. So you've heard this, you see it happen all the time. When you're watching channels where something is being streamed through Twitch, you have a lag. Now your alternative is, I could put my combat table, so let me switch. Well, I don't want you to see the combat table I have up, but I have stuff on my combat table here. If I switch to that, it is a lag when I show it. I could put it on Zoom. If I put the cam on Zoom, guess what happens?
Then
it's not a rhetorical question. So if I put my battle cam on Zoom, it does make it where the players can see it instantly, but what does it also do? It drops the resolution. It compresses it.
It drops the resolution.
It looks like, I'm not going to say it looks like garbage, but Zoom does not do anywhere near as well with terrain as it does with faces. The algorithms and the compressions are designed to try to touch up and to know what to do. We played with it today. We pushed this stuff through Zoom. It looked like garbage comparative to what the players can see. And then, of course, you as fans, what you're seeing is not going through Zoom. I'm kind of giving a preview of tomorrow night, but what you're seeing is going through our Twitch stream directly through the cam. So it comes right through slobs. It goes to you, the fan, instantaneously, directly. It goes to you, the player, instantaneously, directly. And we're not leveraging any other tech in between to make it look weird or be slow. So I think it's going to be a lot better once we get it working. All right. Are you ready, Vivi?
Yes.
All right.
I think so.
All right, so I'm going back to our full screen. Here we go. Welcome, players. Let's do a quick word of introduction. We won't play our Greyhawk Awakening video tonight. Our fans have seen that, and I took a little bit of extra time for setup. We'll talk about some of those tools. But tomorrow night, if you're kind of interested in what you're seeing, our whole LMA tomorrow night is going to be on Tailspire. So I'm going to have Josh and Evelyn on. And by the way, you're welcome to join if you would like, Rory, because I know, Rory, you've dove in deeply on this as well. The more the merrier. We're going to really dive into the tool set. We're going to do some building. And that is all a precursor to what's coming up. You can see it on your screen now. The 28th, we have an all-star crew from Bouncy Rock. Bouncy Rock, they are the makers of Tailspire. One of the most successful D&D Kickstarters ever. And we have Johnny Ree, Chris Baggers, and we also have Jason Roy from Tailspire. Let me make that a little bit higher so you can see their names a little easier. And it is going to be so much fun that night. It's a special 2-hour LA. Thank you, Bill, for the sub. Mark your calendar. I want this to be not just the biggest LMA ever. I want it to be the biggest Blue Box session ever. I'm asking you to all be there, talk to your friends, post it on your socials. I want to show some real love to these people from Tailspire, and it's going to be a great conversation that we will have with them. So mark your calendar on the 28th. Now, one other special thing I want you to note before we go to our What Happened Last Time. Next week, we will not have our normal Blue Box schedule. So we will be here tomorrow night with Lore Masters Arcanum, and we'll be talking about this tool. Then on Sunday, we'll have our Rune Lord session. And the Rune Lord session on Sunday at 1:30, there's some fun stuff happening. Thank you, Patrick, Ancient Gamer, too much, sir, bravo. Then next week, so there will be no regular GHA. and there will be no LMA next week. So that's why we're going from the 21st to the 28th. But we have a very special, no, thumbs up, Josh. We have a very special event on Tuesday night, next Tuesday, a week from tonight. Instead of the GHA stream, you will have a one-shot with Josh. And Josh will be running a one-shot here on Blue Box live during GHA time next Tuesday night. So I'll figure that out. We're going to do a couple of slot giveaways tonight on stream, and then we'll do the rest of it in our Discord channel. So stay tuned. If you'd like to play a little bit of Blue Box D&D and hang with Josh and the crew while I'm away on business next week, you're going to be able to do that. It will be an absolute blast. All right, I'm going to breathe now and jump back over to our full player view. Let's talk about what happened last time, Evelyn.
Alright, so last time we started off with Call just jumped right through the portal, and the party found themselves speaking for a moment about what to do. Very shortly after that, Gimbal proceeded to cast color spray on everyone. Lilith and Brim failed the save, but Ren and Elandra and Phineas did not. So they were very confused by this strange gnome throwing colored powder at them, and immediately tried to see what was going on with Lilith and Brim while they were stuck still, standing. The two people that actually understood what would have been going on in that situation were the ones that were frozen by the spell. Gimbal then took Squeaks and basically said this is what he needed to do, and he was trying to make it look like he had killed Squeaks by taking a dagger, stabbing one of the corpses, and but unfortunately everyone was facing him when he was doing this. But Elandra was the one who saw him give the anti-scrying medallion to Squeaks, and Squeaks actually managed to tie it, around his neck, and asked that if Gimbal was going to come back for him, and Gimbal said he would, and then Squeaks ran off with the anti-scrying medallion to hopefully keep him safe, as well as keep the party safe from the watchful eyes of Halia. So very soon after that, once Brim and Lilith unfroze, the party proceeded through the portal, realizing the rope had been cut and it was now bloodied. So they were a little concerned about what might have happened to Cull. And since they had promised to help rescue the captives, and now possibly Call, they went through the portal after him. After Ren tested sending his spiritual weapon through the portal to see what would happen, which led to the portal shrinking a little bit, and quick work of everybody getting through as quickly as possible. Once everyone was through, they began examining the area, finding several orcish corpses around a very sort of crudely built fire, and Phineas actually began growling very quickly as soon as they had kind of found themselves in this very different place. Brim also smelled a very familiar smell and the necrotic sweet smell of the paling, and immediately began looking around, to which someone, appearing to be Call, appeared from over the side and said he was harmed, but okay. But Brim, smelling the smell, did not trust his eyes and immediately pulled his sword and was ready to fight. Call then showed the canine tooth that Lilith had given to him to prove that it was in fact him, and then everyone was a little okay. Elandra asked for an explanation about what these palings were and why we should suddenly be very frightened of someone we had recently allied with. Gimbal kind of gave a rundown of what that meant, and then the party began trying to find a safe place to possibly rest for the evening. Call received healing from Rin, and Elandra went with Phineas to scout the area a bit to try to find a safe place. She then spotted two very large creatures heading in the direction of the party and immediately turned around and stealthed back to the rest, letting them know that there were two large two-headed creatures heading their way. They began to ready themselves for the incoming combat. We went through, I believe, 2 rounds of combat, and that's where we ended last time, with a Soften Earth and Stone spell cast by Lilith underneath one of the 2-headed creatures.
And I didn't look at it, so I believe that was the conclusion of the round with both parties, and we were up to a new initiative. Does that sound correct to you?
I believe so.
I believe that's
Totally
right.
Sounds right.
Yeah, okay. Well, I know it wasn't their initiative. I would have remembered that if the enemies had the initiative. Yes, welcome back. Nerdic, you came back to see VTT. Patrick, Ancient Gamer. One of just the biggest, I've got to shout out Patrick for a moment, because he doesn't just show up every week and support the community. He is our second leading sub giver. We got Phantom, Robert is top right there, and Johnny D is right behind it. Oh my God, thank you again, Patrick. But also, I've got all of this content that he sent us from Lightning Source. He sends us guides, old school Greyhawk guides that we've given away to you. So we take a lot of what Patrick gives us and we push it back to you, the fans. And so we may see that happen again tonight. In fact, I suspect we will. Thank you, Pat66. Advantage for the players, including Finn. I think he meant DM. I think it was a misspelling of Finn.
That's not how you spell to you.
All right, let's quickly go through the player introductions, and we're going to kick off our combat. Now, I will warn everyone tonight, most of our game, just because of where the players are at, will be happening in Tailspire. I also have physical terrain set up here, hidden behind all this black, which you can't see. We'll see if they get there or what they do tonight. We will have the best amalgam of virtual tabletop and physical terrain that you'll find anywhere on Twitch here in D&D. Okay, let's go to Elandra. Introduce your character.
Hello, I am Elandra. I am a level 5 half-elven ranger. I have been traveling with my bestest boy, Phineas. He's my wolf, and we have now found ourselves in combat with a bunch of really big things, and that doesn't seem like a lot of fun.
And I love that, and I think so many of our viewers know this, but I actually had someone pop in on a recent stream and say they commented on some other role players that were voice acting, as though they didn't really realize that Evelyn was voice acting, because it's but if you've heard her, she's done everything from Russian to English to Noldor. She has all of these different accents that she does, and Elandra is a different type of character. It's a very intentional role play accent, and if you pay attention, there is so much nuance to the way Evelyn plays this character. It is a lot of fun. Let's go to Terry. Tell us about Rin.
Oh, hi. I'm Rin Autumncrest, originally from Fishtown, but most recently from Harpy. I'm a level 5 cleric, follower of Paylor, and love the fact that we have such a big, tall, strong guy to lead us as we battle all these things over and over. Also, acquaintance of Elandra's.
And Terry, likewise, he doesn't really voice act. That's his normal voice, and that's all he does with all of his characters, just in case you're wondering. Okay, let's go to Rory. Go ahead, Rory.
Yeah, so my name is Gimbal. I'm a level 6 wizard illusionist, and will make it all the way as an illusionist. I have recently sent my good friend Squeaks away to keep him safe, play some games, and to keep us safe. Also, I am currently identifying a sword because I seem to put people in danger, and I'm not going to put Brim in danger this time. Although, I did let him know that the potion I gave him last time, it was made for paling blood.
All right, let's go to Vivi. Tell us about Lilith. And by the way, we missed you last week. So glad to have you back.
Oh, thank you. My name is Lilith. She is a wild elf druid, level 6, collector of teeth, giver of teeth, and as far as I heard from last session, she is extremely tired. Could have used a rest.
I think this whole party could use a rest. All right, and then Brim. Go ahead and tell us about Brim, and then give us our Monster Monday, and then we'll kick off the resumption of our combat.
Hi, my name is Brimstone. I'm a half-ogre fighter, standing 7.5 feet tall. Which, once we progress a bit more in the campaign, I'm hoping to grow a bit more. But with a bit more milk, a bit more blood, I should be able to hit 8 foot in no time.
And I'm hoping to hit 8 feet. But here is the Monster Monday. Monster Monday has to do with the 5th edition Monster Manual, so keep your minds and mouths open. Down you delve in cavernous hells, thick with bones and putrid smells. Then in shadow something moves, a long body in movement loose. Tentacles burst from the side, caught in surprise, then a bite close behind. Can't believe your eyes, looking at a monster with a stony hide. It's large and looming, it's screech booming. You look around and see 4 more. Not only that, but treasure on the floor. Long forgotten these treasures seem. If it wasn't for blank, this would be a dream. What creature is it?
Okay, outstanding. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let's do this, Josh. The first person that guesses correctly will have the option to play with you in the one-shot next week. All right, so if you can guess it correctly, so Lord Forth guessed a Grell. Was William correct? We have Robert, we have a Roper from Patrick. Got a little bit more time here. If you get... Okay, Old School had the Roper as well. Bill had the Violent Fungi. Rory has the Night Hag. So if you guess it correctly, you'll be first in line for an option to play with Josh next week in the one-shot. Adventure Navartavas, just Heart and Wings, I love that. Nerd Inspiration, Nerdy Shrieker. Gibbering Mouther from Gronk. Yeah, so everybody wants to play with you, Josh. Like, this got more exciting. People started popping in answers. This is the most we've ever had.
Yes, Obsidian.
And by the way, he is a fantastic DM. If you have not watched him, he did a crush it job when he was here at my house a few weeks ago, and he's fantastic. And he knows this tool that we're playing with. He spent how many hours this week, Josh?
It is now 49 or 50 hours so far since last Tuesday on Tailspire.
So I showed him Tailspire a week ago. He spent literally 50 hours in the tool this last week. Oh, what I would give to be 17 again, Josh. It is just... All right. So Adiag, Carrion Crawler, the mother-in-law. I love that. What a Grell Grick. A purple worm right in my brain. I don't think this is the same. All right, Josh, what was it and who got it first?
So the first person to get it correct was Mousetrapped with a Grick.
Oh, let's go! Congratulations! Mousetrapped, we would love to have you play in Josh's one-shot next week. A long-time viewer in the channel, great supporter, also very talented, good with minis and all kinds of cool stuff. You need to check her stuff out. In fact, if we have any of our socials, we can pop them in. But yeah, we'd love to have you with us, and we'll have more opportunities for you to be part of that next week. Okay. Let's jump into it. We go to combat.
Also, John, check your Discord messages when you get a chance.
All right, let me pull that up. I got the combat music up. No, wrong one. Run away, run away. Run away. Run away. All right, so I got one from you and from Rory. All right. Okay, all right, that makes sense. We will absolutely, that's perfect. Thank you, Josh. Then that's it. Rory, you do it when you feel it's right tonight. So you judge the moment, my friend. Okay, here we go, everyone. We are switching screens and we are going to the combat. The party, you are in the Twisted Forest, one of the most legendary areas of all the Flanness. The Twisted Forest, in fact, is in many ways no forest at all, for while there are twisted and desiccated trees which litter the landscape, it is actually frozen creatures in stone relief which make most of this forest. Largely, you see evil creatures, typically evil. You see goblins and orcs, you see ogres, you see some humans, you even see some larger creatures littering the terrain. Some of them look much older, weathered, almost unrecognizable in their nature from the wind and the rain and the sun, the elements which have degraded them. But there are some which look quite recent. In fact, you see orcs that are frozen in stone that look like it happened just yesterday. They surround you. As Evelyn already explained, you pass through the portal, chasing these slaves which were taken through this area, only to find Call, these huge two-headed creatures that you see here on the map. Thank you, Patrick, and that was 5 for the DM, I think he said. No, he didn't say anything at all.
Yeah,
I'm just assuming.
He said all 5 for Bram.
All right, so you can see each of these. Now, before we begin the combat, each of the players, go ahead and tap your mini just so we can see it move, and make sure you all, boom, boom. All right, I have Call here. Good, all right, and there we go, and we're just waiting for Vivi. Tap your mini. All right, well, you are all in control. You have it. Now, we're going to go to initiative. As Vivi, as her character Lilith lets the spell go, you see the stone and the sand begins to soften. Ooh, these stumbling giants. The first 2 you had already seen and engaged in combat, this one missing a hand, which clearly Call had taken off of him already. So this one missing a hand. This one engaged with both Phineas and Call, and then one here that came in from the side that you had not seen before. And this one, as he comes stumbling in, he is not affected by the softening of the stone. For the 50 feet square only catches these 2 in it, and she angles it back enough so it does not catch any of the PCs. Call sees this happening, and he steps out quickly so that he is not caught in it as well. And with that, we go to initiative. DM has a, ooh, take that 6.
I'd like to give to Elandra, because we can trust Elandra.
I'll
disadvantage,
Also,
Pat.
John, you have 3 disadvantages.
No, I have 5 from
but
Pat.
then you got 2 advantages, so just 3.
Oh, okay, thank you. So you summed it out. All right, so now.
It is. It's a 6.
Oh, of course it is. Okay, all right, so we roll again. This time the DM has a 4 on the die. And you have a 5. Okay. You have initiative. So let's see. We're going to start with you, Brim. Brim, you are engaged in hand-to-hand combat, face-to-face with this monstrous creature. Roll to hit.
Roll the hit, roll the hit, roll the hit. Okay, so I'm going to be rolling with advantage on freaking course.
By the way, fans, tell us, audio and video, everything sound good? No lagging? Can you hear us all? Music not too loud? Let us know how the AV experience is, because we are working with new things tonight. Go ahead, Josh.
Also, the one right in front of me, that's the one without a hand, correct?
That's correct. The one that you're fighting has lost a hand. This one.
Oh, that's cocked. Well, that's an 18 plus a lot.
That's a hit.
Yeah, okay, and then I'm going to roll again, just because he's going to be taking both of his attacks on this one creature.
Thank you, Patrick. I got those
Cocked
back.
Again. That's a 3, but that's a 16, thankfully, so that's going to be 23. 23, right?
Those are both hits. Those are both hits.
D6s! Okay, so my first set of D6s on the creature is going to be some nasty damage with the 16. How do I do math? So the first hit is 23 damage.
What?
And then the second hit is not as good, not as good. That is 7, 8, only 15 damage on the second hit.
Only. Wow. All right. 2 mighty blows, Brim. You hew your great sword again twice more. This creature already damaged, bleeding in multiple places, hand gone. As you crush it twice more with your blade, you open up a huge gash, and the creature staggers back. We're going to do a morale check here.
Yes.
It staggers back towards you, blood streaming everywhere from it.
That means run in giant.
All right, let's go then to you, Call. Call is going to go next. He's engaged in combat with this Etten here, and ooh, one blow connects solidly, catches it right in the hip, and Yeah, you see blood flow from this one as well now. A very strong blow from Call. One of his sides catches it, slashes right against that hip bone. Blood seeps out, and now we're going to go to
Someone give that man.
Elandra.
All right, so I'm actually gonna have Phineas go first since he's closer, and then I'll do mine.
All right.
So Phineas has 2 bite attacks, so I'm going to roll both of them at advantage.
Thank you, Mousetrap. Glad it's perfection. Hope it stays that way. Let us know if anything doesn't sound or look great.
He got a natural 20 on his first one.
What?
Yes.
Okay,
Is he
all
just
right.
like freaking Achilles heel? The dude?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right. Yeah, okay, no, I tried. All right.
The paw is the natural 20.
All right, now roll to
Oh, my
confirm.
Phineas die.
Roll to
We're all
confirm.
when our
Roll to
characters
confirm.
die this time, we're all bringing back Beastmasters.
Okay, and then
All of
for his
us.
for his second bite. Oh, the confirmation, right? Duh. That's 21 to confirm.
Just missed the crit.
Okay, so but hits.
Yeah, so he's got a hit.
Boo.
So, and then the second attack is
Boo this man.
that's a 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, so he gets two bites connected.
You just honed in on the armor class. Well done.
Also,
Yeah.
all right, so it's 2d6 plus 10 plus a trip, apparently.
That's a trip.
So the first attack is 18 points, that first bite, and the second bite is 20 points.
All right. So let's see if we can kick off our first attack. Oh, wrong direction, but you get the idea. So 20 points of damage. Golly.
It was a total of 38 points between the two bites.
All right.
2d6 plus 10.
So I can't figure out this just sort of logically. Any way you get 38 points of damage for a creature that doesn't even reach past the waist, unless it gets something very sensitive. So it was pointed out earlier that Vivi was previously the Nutcracker. Phineas actually leaps up. He slashes, gets a piece of the thigh as the creature roars, turns this way. Phineas leaps up again, catches it right in the groin, clamps down. You hear the creature scream as its head goes back, and Phineas wrestles around. Now we go to you.
No, I'm going to attack, and I'm using advantage.
Lilith is super impressed as she swings her staff around.
That's an 18 on the die plus 12.
That's a hit.
Bren is increasingly uncomfortable.
Alright.
Brimstone's marbles.
7 points of damage from Elandra.
Thunk. Your arrow sticks. Much less impressive than Phineas was, but impressive nonetheless.
But that's why he's the goodest boy.
Yes. Now we go to you, Lilith. So you see your spell is working. The creatures are slowed, particularly the one that was coming from this side. Let me turn here this way. This one, he is struggling because it didn't catch him, but it turned this entire area here in front of it to mud. And so he's moving forward, but he's not going to reach Rin this round, which he would have otherwise. But you still have a full round of action. What are you doing?
I will cast. Hang on, let me just look at this real quick.
Psycho. Or Silencio.
One or more 30-foot long vertical lines. Do I have a straight shot at one of these guys? The one to the left, preferably from me? I think?
Yeah, you absolutely do. And in fact, so you can see it here. I'll also show you, there's a neat tool you can use. Gosh, I got to kick quick. If you hit, not that one, wrong one. It's the other, it's the straight ruler, not the, so it's this one here. You can click it and you can see your angle. So it'll tell you, whoever's doing that, if you could stop.
Okay.
There you go. So it'll tell you what the distance is. So you're 20 feet away and you can see you have a straight shot toward this creature.
Okay. Lilith will cast Call Lightning.
Ooh.
Snap!
All right. So, what is the DC on that saving throw, please?
My spell save DC is somewhere. I don't remember where the heck it is. 16.
16. All right, so let's see. Wow, okay. I love getting a nat 19 on the die. But your electric bolt still shoots out, slams down. He ducks out of the way, moves. He's going to take half damage. So roll and give me half damage, please.
So 6
Yep.
total.
Yep.
That's still dope.
Oh, Vivi, just so you know that the call lightning is one or more 30-foot long vertical lines of lightning, but the range on the spell is 100 feet plus 10 foot per level. So you can create a line between more than one target with that if they're within 30 feet of each other.
No, that's absolutely correct. It's not area of effect per se. Somebody asked that on the. It's not area of effect. Who asked that? Oh, Robert. But it is. You have a range and a connection that you can create. So, to that point. If you look at it here, these two creatures are 13 feet apart. So you can absolutely connect that lightning and hit both of them. It'll shoot down toward both targets.
Okay, I'll definitely do that then.
All right, so then let me roll saving throw for this one.
Okay. And would it be the same damage as well?
Yeah, so you'll roll damage one time. He got a nat 20 on his saving throw, but he's also heavily damaged. So go ahead and roll your damage for me, please.
I swear if this puts him down. I swear.
Ooh, I got 2 6s and a 5.
What?
17.
17? All right. As lightning arcs from the sky, the one on the left, the one that is closer to Phineas and Call, this guy, he ducks to the side. You smell blackened stench. His flesh is hit with this lightning, and it crackles across his body. You see places where the flesh splits open. A noxious odor emanates. He lets out a horrible cry. Morale check. Well, these guys are pretty high morale. But with this one, as your lightning bolt arcs from the sky, I need you to tell me what it looks like, Vivi.
Oh, yes! Sorry, is that the one with Phineas on his groin or not?
No. The other one has Phineas on his groin. Ooh, actually, thank you for mentioning that, because, he's connected.
He needs to make a reflex save?
Yeah, he's got to make a reflex save. Does he let go in time, or does he take damage? But no, this is the one that was already missing a hand from Call, took a ton of damage from Brim, so you basically just stole Brim's kill. But go ahead, tell us what it looks like.
He got a 17 for his save.
And the DC was 18,
16,
right?
16.
16, okay, all right. So he lets go in time. He won't take any damage. Tell us what this one looks like as he gets blasted by your lightning bolt.
As a lightning bolt will kind of shoot off the other one, it hits him right in the chest, and you see electricity kind of like run like down his arms and up his neck through his face, kind of singeing him. Lilith is super angry. She doesn't want any of her friends to get hurt after anything, all the things that have happened, including her new friends, Rin and Elandra. She just loves them so much. So with all the anger and force in her body, she casts Call Lightning, ricochets off the other one hits it in the chest, and again, like I said, just like the lightning just kind of creeps up on his neck and like over his eyes and stuff like that. The bulging eyes, yes, bulging eyes.
Yes, bulging eyes. He staggers and falls over. And we don't have yet death animations in this, so you just get to watch me, everybody, do the kill menu. He drops dead. Now, I did get 2 advantages from Josh. Thank you, Josh. Pat Draws gave 5 to Lilith the Luminous. Nicely done. Called the Lightning Lass. Zappy Zap. I love that. She was shocking. The noxious odor is what Brim had for lunch. He had garlic. Taser his butt. Well done, Mad Chatters. And we want to rock down to Electric Avenue. Let's go. All right. Sorry, our one and only. We don't do anachronisms here, but I could not resist that one. All right.
I did it too. I was trying not to sing.
All right. Let's go to Rin. Rin, you are facing down this one. He is bogged down. He would have reached you this round, but with the softening of stone, he's been slowed.
So I can move, yeah?
Oh yeah, you can definitely move.
Oh, good. So we're gonna move.
And you're gonna
move.
So he's gonna move himself. So viewers, this is nice for a DM. I'm controlling the lighting, I'm controlling the NPCs and the monsters, but my players are actually able to control their own minis, which is really nice to be able to do when they're hundreds and hundreds of miles away.
What?
All right, so we've got him there. Now he's checking his area of effect on his spell. Let me zoom out here so our fans can see a little bit easier.
So we are going to use, I'm going to move to that location.
Gotcha.
And we are going to go ahead and, just so you know, this is a 30-foot radius, and Brim is 29.4 feet and 28.4 feet. So we are going to go ahead and channel energy.
Okay, now wait, before you do this, and I'm not normally going to be this litigious. I like to keep the game moving and the action, as you know. But I want you guys to be able to check this stuff for me. I've given you, in this game, the ability to move 10 feet and still have a full round action. I believe...
10 feet.
Yeah, I believe you came from here. That's 17
Right
or...
here. This is what
okay, now, so now
I'm
I
only
think...
going to move 10 feet.
I think you can still do what you want to do, but yeah, so check your ruler. Well, yeah, you can do that one too. Move your 10
I don't know how to
feet.
get to the other one. I know this one.
Okay, that's fine. So you can move there with 10 feet. And again, I'm not going to bog the game down with this.
Right.
The players will be able to do this. So you can move there, and I think if you check your radius, you're still just fine.
Yep.
Thank you,
All right, so
Robin
we're gonna
M, for the follow.
We're gonna go ahead and use our channel energy. So Rin backs up. He sees this giant creature coming towards him, and he's none too happy about that. Okay. He moves over to this location. Bows his head. Starts to move his hands. Starts to pray a little bit, and casts channel energy on all of those within the group.
Okay.
Comes to
Holy power comes down from Rin's hands.
11 healing for everyone.
11 healing for the entire party?
Yes, it's everybody within a 30-foot. Let me double check my numbers.
Yeah, that's right. And everybody's
Yep,
30 feet.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
you were fine. I wasn't making you move because it was going to change the outcome. I just wanted to set the stage for how we want to do this in the future. You're still within 30 feet of all of these. It's easy to see. So all of you got the 11, including Call. Call was heavily damaged. You see Rin, thank you. He calls out to you. Now we go to Gimbal.
Okay.
Our ratless gnome.
Still kneeling at the ground with this sword that I had pulled out of my bag to some extent and then pulled the bag off the sword. It's just big and heavy. Casting Identify over it. DM, you had mentioned I started to recognize that there was a name associated to this sword.
It was in my Discord chat to you.
Yep.
Yep.
So, do I feel a sentiency to it?
No. What you gathered from it was its sort of its lineage, its history. I gave you a couple of details that you were able to divine this both from your Identify and from your spellcraft. Thank you so much, Initiative Order. Thank you for the resubs, everybody. Thank you for the new follows. Thank you, Vivi, for the gifted sub. Dragon Blue, thank you for the sub. All right.
Okay, so with that in mind, then I will. If I take a quick look behind me, are there logs sticking out of the fire also that are caught on fire, or is everything on fire?
No, yeah. So the fire is getting low, as I mentioned, but there are some burning logs, that are in the embers. A couple edges that are sticking out. So if you're asking, can you grab a brand from the fire? Yes, you can.
Perfect. So I will. Essentially, I'm going to grab the handle of the sword and yell out, "Brim, come get your friend Reaver!" And with my other hand, grab a log and throw it at the creature.
Which one?
The one Rin just moved away from.
Okay, so let me hit it with the light here. So you're going for this one that's coming in from this side, correct?
Correct.
All right, good. And hey, thank you, D&D Imposter. And am I right, players? Are you feeling like you're able to see the combat field better with what we're doing here? Like it's more, or, yeah, Josh is nodding yes and yes and yes.
like
Terry's?
there's not a lag when you point.
Yeah, like the lag. It should be feeling like it's more instantaneous. Okay, good. All right, so go ahead and what is the DC?
I'm just throwing it.
Oh, you're not casting a spell. You're just throwing.
I'm calling out for Brim to come get his friend Reaver. So I'm calling out the name, and I'm throwing embers, a log at this other.
All right, roll to hit. You pull the ember from the fire. You throw this brand toward the creature.
Rolled a 13 with advantage on the die.
So this would be a ranged attack. So it'd be your base attack bonus plus your dex. You're not proficient, so there's no other bonus. Just your base attack plus your dex.
So 16. So.
All right. It was a valiant effort. Might have been slightly distracting, but it's definitely not going to hit. The creature even moving, it just easily bats the brand out of the way. And now we go to the remaining creatures. So this one standing in front of Phineas and Call. You know who he is after. He's after the one that grabbed him directly in the nads. He turns toward Phineas, comes down with 2 hands. That is a hit. Okay, so one hand comes down. It's an empty hand. Boom! It hits the side. Phineas darts out of the way. The other one with a club comes down. Thunk! Smacks right into his back. He takes 18 points of damage as the club slams down into the wolf. Now we're going to go to the other creature. It was unable to close last time. It's going to make, so let's see, this distance here would normally be closable. It's going to make a dex check. Gotta quit hitting that button. Okay, it closes the distance on Rin and throws a huge maul it comes down with, swings it twice at Rin. Oh, that is definitely a hit. And hold on, let me double check again your AC. Hold on. Yeah, all right, so 1 hit. You duck under 1 time. As it comes across the other way, the maul catches you. Boom! Thunk, a huge shot. And Rin, it catches you in the chest. You take 18 also, so same number as what Phineas took. You take 18 points of damage as this creature strikes you with the maul. Thunk. Now we go to initiative. Next round.
All
and
right.
DM, let's go! Hot with the initiative die! All right, DM has initiative. So we're going to stay on Rin here. Sorry, Rin.
No, it's fine. I understand.
The first one, that's fortunate. Very low roll for the DM.
Good.
And that's not as fortunate. So again, he hits you 1 time. Thunk! You take 16 points of damage this time as the maul comes across, catches you in the shoulder. You feel a crunch as you stagger back. The other creature still pounding down on top of Phineas. And as it goes after Phineas, that is a hit. We have 2 hits on Phineas. All right, the first. Well, that's a poor damage die roll. That's good. So that's 11 points of damage. The second, that is 26 points of damage. Thunk, thunk on Phineas. I should have his hit points. I don't have them handy. Is he still conscious?
He's still conscious.
All right. 2 massive blows on your wolf as the creature slams down, cursing him, and quite understandably so. Now we go to the PCs. Let's start with you, Brim. Brim, you have no one that is engaging with combat. The one in front of you was slain by Lilith's lightning bolts. You hear Gimble's voice echoing behind you, but you also see this monstrous creature slamming down again and again on Phineas. You hear Rin behind you, clearly getting pummeled. You hear footsteps of giants behind you. What do you do?
I'm gonna spin around hearing Gimble's call, look for the blade. Where is it?
All right, so as you spin around, you see Gimble actually holding this blade that is way too big for him. Ebony in his hands, holding it up, having, he's blowing on one hand like it's hot.
I'm gonna what would you say it would take for me to just drop my greatsword where it is, run forward, and grab it from Gimble's hands to attack? Would I only get one attack, or?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say that's going to be, hang on here. So if we look at that distance, you're talking a good from there to there. So that's 16, that would be your full movement. Grab, so I would say you could grab, you could
want to attack the one in front of Ren.
Yeah, so you could grab the blade, that's 11 feet, switching blades, then from there to there, hang on, that's a total of 20 feet of movement. I'll give you, I think that's reasonable because you're not sheathing or unsheathing a blade. So it's literally you drop, you catch, you're in full stride. So I'll let you get one of your attacks, making that movement.
So from Gimble, grabbing Gimble to the creature, how far is that again? Sorry.
No worries. So Gimble is like 6-8 feet from the creature.
Okay, then I'm going to stop at Gimble and swing because I've got a 10-foot reach with my blade.
Yeah, let me look at that. Yeah, that's fine. Yes, go ahead. So move your move your mini there, and you have that attack from that. So you give yourself that reach. All right, roll to hit.
And that would give me 2 attacks, or still just 1?
Still just 1.
Okay,
but what you're doing there,
the 2 of them.
Yeah, you're still okay. Yeah, go ahead. Roll to hit.
Good. Okay.
Anytime you move at least 10 feet, that's either taking, like, that's your maximum movement. Anything more than 10 feet, in this case that was 12 or 11.8 feet, I think, to get to Gimble. Grab the blade is a second action, even though it's quick, so you're not getting 2 full attacks that round.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense. That makes total sense.
Thank you, Dragon Blue.
Use the advantage. Here we go. Come on.
So Dragon Blue on Blue Box, you can give that as an advantage to the DM or to one of the players. Hold on, just hold your horses there, Josh. So you could give the DM advantage or disadvantage, or you could give any of the players advantage or disadvantage, Dragon Blue. You just have to tell us who you want to give that to. Josh, tell us what you rolled.
I just rolled that 20.
Oh, no! Stop that! Golly, you guys are hot tonight. All right, so
with his reach.
this has happened. This happened.
By to get a sword.
Yeah, this has been happening a lot lately. Like the last 3 combats, you guys have been on fire. Just know, everything comes around. Like there is a comeuppance. The dice will change. All right, roll to confirm, please.
Rolling with advantage.
Everything comes around. You mean like you killing Millie?
That is
29.
29.
So you're saying this is reverse karma? What is it?
20. No, actually 30 now.
Well, you already know the DC, or the AC rather. 22 hits, so that's a crit.
That's a crit.
All right, roll percentile dice for me, please.
Big high numbers, big high
I'm
numbers.
gonna use my new dice, made for me by Lily Sparks.
What?
Shout out.
They
Yeah,
better
the
be
amazing
good.
Lily Sparks for my birthday. Come on. High roll. 70 flat.
All right.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean,
Come
it's not
on.
99.
What was your confirmation? Not roll and confirmation?
30.
No, drunken heretic.
No. You're
the
no.
die.
That
No.
guy
Oh, on the die,
Yeah.
it's a 16.
All right, so just make sure if it's a 19 or a 20 on the confirmation, you let me know, because that does add a bonus. But okay, so it's a flat 70, and now we're going to our ever mysterious Tim crit tables. If you're new to Blue Box, we have wicked crit and fumble tables, which you might call critical misses, or in 5e you call them critical hits, critical misses. Is that what you call them?
Yeah, critical hit.
No, but if you they don't call them fumbles. What's going on with my camera here? They don't call them
critical
fumbles.
miss.
You focused on your binder.
No, I know, but I came away. I thought it was good. There we go. All right, so critical miss is called a fumble in old school D&D, which is what we do here. And these things are nasty. You can kill or be killed in one roll. So we're going to these tables. The 70 on the die. That's slashing. That is going to be that is a level 9 crit. And that is to the head. So let me read this. All right, so that, and all right. So I have a roll I have to make for this creature. There is a saving throw. Should I use one of my advantages? I'm going to use one of my advantages here. No.
Third combat, no rest. Give us a break.
I'm going to use my advantage. And it didn't matter. All right.
Wait, didn't matter which way. Which way?
Means I had a 12 and a 10 on the die with his bonuses. That does not get him what he needed. So Brim, you actually, the end of this, you're going to be able to describe it for us, but the end of this is you somehow managed to strike this creature in the head. So I need you to go back from this beginning where you stood on this rock, through your action with Gimbal, through what happened here, and tell us what the heck did that look like?
I was literally imagining this, and I was like, man, that'd be so cool if that happened. Okay, so this is exactly what happened. So, Brim, pulling my mini back to here, Brim turns around hearing Rin's cries, having recently found a companionship with this one as he is
Cry out,
on his
Rin.
way to heal those around him.
Let's reenact this. Cry out, Rin. Then he hears Gimbal. Then he hears.
Oh, crap. Brim, your friend Reaver.
He runs forward, dropping the blade behind him, grabs the sword. As he grabs the sword, he jumps. Oh, wrong way. Jumps, grabbing the giant by the arm, coming around his back. He grabs onto the shoulder with two hands and just cleaves from the upper spinal column straight through the spine, riding the giant down.
Rin, so you see all this, it's like a blink. You see Brim sprints by. You hear the pommel hit his hand as he snatches up the blade. He leaps, he grabs the arm as he spins around. The next thing you see is this ebony greatsword blade comes right through the creature's mouth out the front, the mouth on the right, not the mouth on the left, and it and the creature falls to the ground, dead. Whew, wow, well done. All right, let's go now
he's gonna point at the other giant.
Last chance. Run.
Giant.
Okay, let's go to Elandra.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let Phineas go first because he gets first nibbles at this guy. So first attack at advantage. Woot! That's an 18 on the die for a 30 to hit.
That is a hit.
And the second one, natural 19 on the die plus 7.
That is a hit. So this guy already had that damage and that damage. Okay.
13 for the first hit, and 17 for the second, so a total of 30 damage.
30 damage. Freaking killing it.
All right. After releasing the monstrous creature's monstrous growing, Phineas falls back to the ground as the electricity coruscates across its body. He snarls, takes these blows, blood mats his fur, his chestnut fur roils with muscle beneath. He leaps back toward the creature, grabs hold of it, rips a huge chunk of flesh out of its leg. Blood is streaming across it now. It is nigh unto death. You challenge it, Brim. And wow, this guy is he is bold as bold gets. So he is still standing. Go ahead, Elandra.
I'm send my arrow out now.
All right, as you're doing that, you see Call coming from behind the creature with his twin scythes.
20.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Okay, look, so if you're a new viewer, My players are all honest, okay? I can trust them. I like the feel of natural dice trays. Now, we can roll dice inside of this amazing app. So I'll just show you here how this works. If I do this, I can say roll me a d20 or d10 rather, and boom, I just rolled a 5, and it's really cool. But it's not the same to me, just to me, and everybody does your own thing. I like having dice trays. Thank you, Ugluck, for the resub. Ugluck, also, thank you for the bits you gave at the end of the last stream too. I appreciate that. But these dice trays, these dice, they're so much fun to use. But I trust my players because they are honest as the day is long, and they're all about the story. So now you got to roll to confirm that, please, Evelyn.
Rolling to confirm. That is a 24 to hit.
That is a crit. Please roll your percentile for the second crit of the combat. Unbelievable. Thank you so much, Googly Fleeg.
That's a 74.
What? Okay,
Yes.
all right. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back to the ever mysterious Tim crit tables, and yes, I am showing you here kind of what these guys look like if you're looking on the screen. And 74. That's going to get us at a level 10 to the body, and we're going to arrows. Back to the ever mysterious Tim crit tables. 10 to the body says. All right, so I'll read you the description. The description says your blow shatters ribs. So your arrow, you feel it funks. It goes deep, the shaft, all the way down to the fletching on the back of the arrow. You see something snap inside the creature's body as it strikes. It pushes splinters into internal organs, causing internal bleeding and a collapsed lung. There would be a dying or collapsing unconscious and dying after a certain number of turns. Only magical healing could save his life. If the lung survived intact, he would still have permanent damage, but he had been so rent, reaved, and destroyed by both the lightning from Lilith and the incredible voraciousness of the Phineas fangs. Tell us what it looks like.
Yes. So, Elandra has seen Phineas take 3 mighty blows and keep fighting because he is the goodest boy. And so she draws this arrow back with, just rage in her eyes as this monster has dared hurt her wolf. And with every ounce of energy that she can put behind this thing, she just lets it go. And it twists through the air as it sort of whistles, and it plunges straight into his chest cavity, just driving as deeply as it can with the sound of splintering bone and squishy flesh just erupting as it makes contact.
Boom, boom, boom. As the creature collapses to the ground, the earth shakes, red dust flies up everywhere, and in moments, the campsite now littered with bodies. There are dead orcs. There are now these dead creatures with 2 heads. There is blood from the party. It is simply carnage in all directions, and then all again goes silent.
So as soon as that Etten falls, Elandra's going to go and pull the arrow that did not sink all the way into his chest out of him so that she can get her arrow back.
Okay, so also part of our recent LMA. If you haven't watched Lore Masters Arcanum, it's a good time. I have really studied and learned a lot about archery, about bows, about armor, fletching, all of that. So the likelihood of arrows surviving is much less than most of us think. In this case, he has no real plate armor. He had leather and other things which would not be quite so tough. But let me roll for both.
I figured the one that sunk in is probably
No, you are exactly right. So the second one, it hit the rib, it snapped, but you were able to pull one of your 2 arrows out.
Sweet. Awesome. So she'll throw that back in her quiver, and she will immediately go to check on Phineas.
He's labored in his panting. He's clearly heavily damaged. You can, as I said, you see blood that mats his fur. He looks looks up at you with loyal but pained eyes. You see blood dripping from his fangs where he has ripped this creature apart, and he still has a low growl. His hackles are still up, even though the creature sits on the ground. There is a very vicious intent that you see in his eyes.
Rin, can you help with this?
Rin clutches his side where he's hit by the giant, and yes, 1 second. And at this point, he actually closes his eyes, holds his disc of Pelor, and begins to pray. And he's actually going to do 2 channel energies in a row. The first one will do 11 points of healing.
More of the holy light of Pelor.
Everyone round?
Yeah.
Everyone within 30. And the second one will do 12 points of healing. So for a total of 23 points of healing.
Brim is full HP for the first time in many sessions.
So you feel the healing light of Pelor. That also catches Phineas. Everybody is in range, so everybody gets that healing. The sun sinks lower in the sky, now just the purple hues on the horizon. And still the firelight, it's dimming, but there is still a blaze burning.
Oh, the giant body didn't fall into it?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, good.
Lilith will go look at the bodies and see if there's anything she can find.
Okay. All right.
And she had checked the orcs last time, John. I don't know if you.
Oh yes, I did. I wrote that down. I will send that to her for sure, and I'll give that to you either on break or right after stream. But let me get you these guys, so you search them, and. What's everyone else doing as Lilith? Are you searching all 3, Lilith, or just the one that was closest to Phineas, who has now been castrated? Thank you, everybody, for the hype train. Great to get a hype train halfway in the stream. That's awesome. We really appreciate it.
If nobody is searching all of them, then she'll just search all of them.
Gimbo will search the one that he's by that Brim took down.
Okay.
But additionally, for Gimbo, does he notice a change in the environment or the sand directly around us when these specific spells are cast?
The only thing that you've noticed that changed in the sands was when there was the softening of the earth and sand. One of the statues kind of leaned over to the side. As the healing spells are being cast, actually no. And in fact, you feel no, nothing. I'll put it that. I'll just stop there. There is nothing that you see that affects the surrounding areas as the spells are cast.
Yeah, I'll just be searching that giant then.
All right, and then what's everyone else doing?
Elandra, once Phineas, she saw some of his wounds kind of mend from Rin's magic. She'll look at Rin and give him a thankful nod and thank you. And then she'll immediately, seeing he's still a little wounded, she's going to pull out her healer's kit, and she's going to apply various bandages and things to try to help mend what is still injured on her wolf.
Okay. All right. As you're doing this, Call walks over and he looks at you. He looks down at Phineas and he says, I am amazed. I've never seen a creature of this nature fight with such ferocity. He is noble and powerful companion indeed. I think he saved my life.
He's very brave, but sometimes
I will just say
worry about him.
I would never wish to be on the wrong end of those fangs. I'll just say this, and I am also. He looks across. He kind of lifts his voice so he can be heard across the fire toward you, Rin. I feel your power, healer, and I am grateful for it. My blood would be staining the sands, and my breath would be gone were it not for your aid.
And Rin's just going to kind of nod, and he's going to kind of look at everybody around. Does anybody else look, significantly injured still?
Just Phineas.
Is it just Phineas?
Gimbo is chipper looking through pockets.
Same with
So-
Lilith.
So Rin's gonna
begin walking over then to Phineas, and just quietly looks at Elandra, and looks down, places his hand on Phineas, and casts Cure Light Wounds.
More of the healing power of Pelor. As he does this, quickly to the chat, and I know I've ignored them a bit tonight, but yeah, the Ettins did get capped. But we have Anthony on with us, Wastelander, tonight. Wastelander was the one that won, and actually we commissioned this artwork for Call, that is now an NPC in our campaign, was for Anthony. He got this artwork from Frederica Draws, and you are right, this is your character, but the real question came from Patrick, Fraley17. He wants to know, how is Call's hair after the combat?
Beautiful.
7 points of healing on Phineas.
Thank you. Awesome.
After he finishes that spell, he's gonna kind of look around to everyone, and then back to Elandra. We need to rest. We can't keep going like this. I won't be able to keep everyone safe.
Yeah.
Call steps into the firelight as you say this, and yes, the amber light does cast a glorious luminance on his long ebony hair. And he says, I agree, we must rest, but I do not think this is the place we should rest. The blood, the scent here, it will draw others.
Well, then we should probably move as a group rather than having me go off and search by myself.
Yeah, and on that note, as I'm still searching, if you notice any, I know you two don't really know what they look like, 3, I guess, but if we notice any dead, preferably palings, please let me know, and I'll keep searching.
What are we looking for? What do they look like?
Really freakish, without eyes, pale skin, and a giant mouthful of teeth.
Oh, so very distinct. Got it.
Yes.
I know what it is you speak of. As I said, I saw this creature. I confess I would not relish to see it again, but I will.
Preferably dead already.
Mr. Call, which direction should we go if we're not going to stay here?
By the gods, how should I know this thing? I have never been to this place. It is accursed and forsaken. I think any direction will suffice. We just need to be away from the blood and the scent. There are creatures here in the Pomars. They can come from anywhere. They smell the bile. They smell the blood. They smell the life essence of any creature that dies. And the carrion are not always discerning toward the dead. They sometimes look for the living as well.
Rin's gonna nod, then he's gonna look to Brim.
Mr. Brim, which direction should we go?
Brim has been on top of the giant, and with his foot on the giant's head, he just twists and pulls the blade out. Everyone.
I think we should probably head the way that Elandra says. I'm not great with nature.
So Rin's gonna turn to Elandra.
So, Elandra, which direction should we go? And please, don't send me to either of the other two. I've already been battered around a bit.
I should clip this whole segment. I don't think I've ever had this happen before.
The giants came from that way, and she kind of points where she had seen them before, so maybe not that way. I would say somewhere just away from this blood. So maybe we just start. Wait a second. Do you know where these people were taken?
He looks. He points in the ground. It is no secret. You can see if you look in this direction. And he points toward what you can sort of orient yourself toward north. And I think you guys can see when I place the rulers, right? So, yeah, so he points in this direction, which was not altogether dissimilar. Now, the creatures, they came from 2 or 3 different directions, but that you could call sort of the primary. He points this way. There are many tracks the orcs, they have taken the slaves in this direction.
Alright, well then I guess we should probably start heading that way, but try to find some cover where there's not a lot of blood around. Maybe there's something that we can get behind or underneath, but that direction seems the best option for getting us where we're going.
Rin finally nods that a direction has been chosen. Very good.
Has Lilith found anything?
Yes, she has. Before I tell you what you found, any other comments from the party?
Brim will go over and pick up his other greatsword and put it back in his sheath, but is looking at the new one.
Reaver. I like it.
Okay. Call, you say that we should go that direction. You see he looks, he kind of looks at you for a moment as though skeptical, and then he shrugs. So be it then.
Well, somebody had to make a decision. Alright, well, let's go.
All right. So.
Burn.
So the party, you begin to progress toward the north after looting the bodies of these creatures. Heavily damaged, but also healed. This newcomer to the party, Rin, has shown remarkable facility with healing. The power of his god, this Pelor, it seems to be quite puissant indeed. Additionally, the party has proven, yes, I know you love that. I just have, every once in a while I have to break it out. The
word of the day is...
I did have somebody mentioned in the chat like a week or two that they get a new word every week watching Blue Box. I love that. It's good to just keep expanding. Never stop learning. Always be a learner. All right, so as you move forward, I will tell you what you have found on these creatures, and you do feel a sense of, while there is much that has been lost, and you think of Shorewind and you think of Millie, there is much that has been gained. Elandra, Phineas, Rin, these companions have been already quite beneficial. They have proven a great boon to the party, and yet there is a sense of foreboding. This place that you are in, it is unlike any place you have ever been before, and it carries with it the scent and the feel of death, and perhaps even worse than death. As you follow on the trail of these orcs, their human slaves, and something or some things else, I will tell the party what you find, and we'll have our first of 2 more giveaways right after the break. So, if you will, do you need me to do it, Evelyn?
No, I can do it because
All right.
I'm on my computer.
All right, so let's do it. Let's call it, let's do it exclamation point solo, S-O-L-O. We only have 1 more spot in the solo one-shot to give away next week. Mousetrap 1-1. Josh already has 3 players that are going to be joining, so we have 1 additional spot to give away. We're going to give away that spot after the break. Then, at the conclusion of our stream tonight, I have another one of these gorgeous Greyhawk books that came from Canadian Nation Gamer. Patrick has been on tonight, super active. Thank you, Patrick. We're going to give that away later in the stream tonight, and we have lots more Greyhawk Awakening, lots more old school D&D, lots more great role play, lots more fun stuff here with the new tool that we're playing with, and great participation by all of our fans and our mad chatters. So stay tuned on the break. Type exclamation point S-O-L-O. Yeah, YOLO is cool, but it won't get you there. So this is, you could do solo, then YOLO, or YOLO, then solo, but you got to do solo to be in the giveaway, and we'll do that coming back right after the break to be in our special one-shot next Tuesday, 1 week from tonight, with the amazing Josh NPC voices. Blue Box will be right back.
Oh, man.
That combat did not go as I expected. Golly, you guys made mincemeat of those dudes.
Yeah, we didn't think so either. I was like, man, I'm ready to go down. Did not think I would finish a fight with full HP.
Well, we had three critical hits. We had 3 nat 20 critical hits in that combat from the party. That is That is unusual. I'll put it that way.
But it's just because Brim got a new sword. After this, it's just gonna be nat ones across the board. But
Is that it?
yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
But yes, so this is my Phineas dice. It has a paw print for the 20.
That must be a
Oh.
cozy gamer.
It is
dice,
a
right?
cozy gamer,
Yep.
yet.
My blue one has the same thing.
It's swirly gray because his eyes are gray. And then the color numbers for his fur.
Yeah, this is. Let me get. Should see the little paw.
Ooh. That's so cute.
Yeah, I love cozy gamer dice for that.
Yeah, I just got the backing for Gullet Cove, which was the newest installment in the Animal Adventures set. And so I just got that. It's like a pirate themed dogs and cats.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's adorable.
So you'd say it's adorbs.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't say that at all.
I wouldn't. That'd be so
I love the word adorbs.
weird. Yeah. I love potatoes. They're so good.
Why are you talking about Vivi's computer?
Oh. Poor Vivi.
Because I saw when she shared that on the Instagram. Man, there's a little bit of lag in her tail spire.
Hello, baby.
We were just talking about your potato computer.
My potato, it is a potato. It's lagging
Your
so
potato.
bad. Like, it's
Okay, that was
terrible.
actually funny, Terry. You're rarely funny. That was actually funny.
What? I'm a fun guy. I'm a mushroom.
I was gonna say you're a lot like a mushroom in that way, Terry.
That's my dad
Shrooms?
jokes. Wait a minute, you got shroom dice?
So
get some
I
food.
just realized that I disappeared.
It's not
Wait,
really
you didn't disappear. I still see you. You look good.
No,
But yeah, it's got little shroomies and moss in it.
in
I
Tailspire.
love that. Where did you get
Oh
that?
no,
That's fine.
John moved all of
This
us.
this is also
Yeah.
a cozy gamer die.
I love cozy gamer. Hashtag. And I don't even get paid to say that. So chat, don't even think I'm doing this like for money. I just love cozy gamer's dice. The metal dice from cozy gamer, phenomenal. Where is it? I used it in the tournament. They're so gorgeous. I just can't use them here because they will destroy my my
Nice
dice
try.
tray. Yeah. Just so. The dice numbers keep going up though now, which is probably not a good thing.
I was gonna ask where your question, but he's gone.
He'll be back.
Oh, he didn't put a timer up this time. Oh, there's the timer. I didn't even say. I've got no eyes today.
Doing all the things.
I know.
Terry,
All right,
what
so
are you drinking?
I'm just finishing up. I'm slow rolling a summer shandy.
They're so good.
Yeah. So I got off work today and I was like, I really want it. So it's beer, but it tastes like lemonade beer.
Yeah. The Leinenkugel
Yeah.
Summer Shandy is like the go-to.
It's my summer like I will sit on a porch, like my back porch for hours just sipping on it, just enjoying the weather. Because in Michigan you can do that. You can't do that in Virginia when I was growing up because you would die of heat.
That's what the shandy is for.
Mhm.
Cool
It's
down.
been snowing nonstop since yesterday.
I saw your picture. Holy cow!
Right?
Literally on Saturday, it was a beautiful day. I wore a t-shirt outside, like no snow whatsoever. And then boom, Monday, snowed all day Monday, snowed all day today.
Oh, yeah, you are on windowed mode. And I am in Michigan Moose. Very true. And grapefruit is a very good one as well.
Grapefruit
Are
is
you
like
on
a
a-
radler, isn't it?
Is what?
That's what we call them here. Like grapefruit beers.
Yeah.
They're called
Yeah,
radlers.
grapefruit. Really?
You guys don't have them there?
We probably do. Just
It's the Leinenkugel is just a grapefruit shandy. Like
Yeah.
that's what it's called. They're like all of their fruit ones are just something.
except they're
shandy.
berry weiss. They're
Yeah,
berries of
they're berry
ice, which is
Oh,
really
okay.
good. Oh, Moose, that's awesome. I am actually north of Lansing by about an hour, just south of Mount Pleasant by 14 minutes.
So you're close then. Holy cow! I know exactly where you are then. Michigan's great in the summertime. Like I said, after growing up in Virginia and living in North Carolina, like I never want to live in the South again.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It hit 80,
Moose,
82
well
yesterday.
done. Yes, that's exactly where I am. Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
No, give us your address. Ooh, what you got there? Hot dogs? Hot dog.
Oh God, diggity dog.
I love Evelyn so much because anytime I say anything, she's always right there with me. Every single time.
I don't know what you're talking about, but hot dogs kind of sound good because I got the body chills, the body aches,
Oh.
and
That's not good.
I don't get sick very much. Like it's once a year, once every 2 years I get sick. So when it happens, it absolutely sucks. So if I can't break this soon enough, it's going to suck.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be rough.
But so far it's just in my skin. So
Rory, has it been snowing nonstop where you are as well?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
So
Winter
Celtic
is not
War, I
over until
don't
June
think it's
starts.
case sensitive anymore.
It's not case sensitive.
Yeah.
You just have to spell it correctly. That's the only thing.
That
Like, as long
helps.
as you spell it correctly.
Yeah, some of us are bad spellers. I'm not gonna name names.
Me.
Okay,
Not all
Vivi's
of us
gonna
are
name names.
spellcasters, Terry.
Oh, that was a good dad joke. I'll go in on that one.
I'll go with them.
Dad joke emote. Dad joke emote. Dad joke
Right.
emote.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me do them.
Yeah, let me do one. Let me see. Do I have it?
Are you a subscriber to?
Well, no, he's not a subscriber to me, but I gave him the dad joke remote for his channel.
Nice. Good.
Because he loves it.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah. Dad joke.
Because I literally was like, I make too many dad jokes that.
Well, I keep using it all the time.
It's my favorite emote.
Best one.
So, y'all help me with what I'm missing from Tim. Forest magic requires you keep winter in your heart. Or frost magic requires you keep
Fire.
winter.
Frost, yep.
You should play on words. Frost and winter. Because it's Minnesota. I'm slowly catching on here if this is what you meant. Because it's winter in Minnesota and it doesn't end until June. I think I'm following you now.
Minnesota.
Well, you're in the upper area, aren't you?
I am.
So do you got snow too, or is it just
We
me?
didn't know. We didn't get the snow. Luckily, that stayed north of us.
Hmm.
So
That,
I think
yeah,
you-
that makes sense. Even
I think
even the Twin Cities didn't get any. It was like
Yeah.
upper Minnesota. Where I'm
I
at.
think the Yoopers got it. So
Gotcha.
It was 82 here yesterday.
yeah. See, no, too soon for 82. 82
Yeah, it's like
is
6
like
or
middle
7.
July.
It's 70 again today, but it was 82 yesterday. It was very hot.
Actually, there's a guy on TikTok who does this. You know, you live in Michigan, and it's been making me crack up because it's so true. Although I have not taken over some Michigan things, like soda is still soda to me. I'll never
Soda.
call it pop.
It's pop.
Soda.
See, there it is.
Pop. 100% pop.
You know why?
It is currently.
You know why? Because when you live where I live, it's confusing to say. You know those little 4 8-ounce sodas.
Hey, look at all these pop people.
Pop,
Yeah.
pop,
Mm.
pop,
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah. Well, in Minnesota, if you get one of those little 4-ounce cans, what would you call
Soda.
that? A mini soda.
Yeah.
Why you call it a pop?
No. This is a pop. You ready? There's a pop.
That's what
Here, I
happens
made
when you open the
soda.
can. It pops.
No,
It's
it doesn't.
made
It
with
goes-
soda water. It is soda.
It's pop.
Thank you.
I don't care what you say.
Hey, at least none of you guys are from Boston where they call it like spritz or something weird like
Oh,
that. So.
Everybody else around these parts call it Coke. Everything is Coke, and I hate
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It drives me crazy.
In Georgia,
This is not all Coke.
in Georgia, I'd like a Coke. Okay, do you want Coke or Pepsi? No, I just.
A Coke.
So whatever Coke did, there was good branding for it.
Oh yeah.
Call everything Coke.
Ooh, Dr. Pepper is really good.
Have you had Dr. Thunder?
what you talking about?
Oh, Dr. Thunder?
Dr.
Yeah.
Thunder's amazing.
Yes.
Dr. Thunder and Mountain Lightning?
Or Dr. Perky in Virginia.
I've never heard that. That's
Dr.
bad.
Perky was amazing.
Yeah, they said everything.
Indeed.
We do call everything Coke in Georgia.
It's true.
It's
The only
the Coke-
pop I
it's
like are
'cause the
Pop
Coke-
Tarts.
Yeah. Well, Coke is in Atlanta. Like they're.
Dude, I've been to the Coke Museum in Atlanta. It's awesome. Although at the very
come
end,
out
you can
sober?
taste flavors from around the world, and many of them are terrible.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, I've been there, and you're exactly right. Whoops.
Oh, Mountain Holler. This is a good conversation today. And we didn't talk about Tyrannosaurus Rex at all.
Yeah.
We didn't. Neither did we sing the song.
I just hit
Right.
100K.
Well done.
John, you should put the dinosaur minis on the battle map.
Yeah, what song are you talking about, Vivi? What's it sound like?
John, you're muted.
Peanuts.
I don't know how I did that. I thought I turned it on. All right, so yeah, I am free of the dinosaur shirt. Many of you have noticed tonight. I was afflicted with that thing for a full week. There is some nonsense about me wearing it at BlueBoxCon, but I have not agreed to that yet. So we shall see how that all unfolds.
There's a few weeks left.
No, I know, I got it.
Technically, you didn't wear it for
thank
a
you, though.
full week. You only wore it for 3 days.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a stream week, right? It was 3 stream days.
Yeah, but did you wear it? Were you wearing it to work?
Well,
Were you wearing it to the grocery
I actually like providing.
Because that would have been like.
Well, yeah, no, I get that. I get that, Vivi, but I like actually putting food on the table for my family. So I felt like that might have been a bad move.
They would have supported the choice.
Yeah, I do not know. I guarantee you with what I do, they would not have supported the choice. Okay, so even when you're like, it doesn't matter what level in the organization you're at, like, there are certain things that just don't fall very well. I don't work at Google. All right, so we have a giveaway that we're going to do now, which is a special participation, a one-shot. You know what? We had a great. By the way, it's been 2 weeks since we had a Vivi Giggle Fit, so I'd like to make that a goal for the rest of the players. Let's see if we can get a Giggle Fit going for her tonight. I don't know what that would look like, but somehow. Also, is this your long night or your short night? I've lost track of weeks.
It is my short night.
I thought you were.
I did put a meme in a Blue Box Discord.
Oh yeah,
all right.
The meme is good.
Because
The meme is
everybody
so good.
keeps saying call as Carl, and then it's that meme with the llama. Carl!
I know.
I turned call into Carl.
I know. It's okay. I don't care. I love my NPC. So, all right, now let's go ahead and you're going to type !solo in the chat, and that will get you the opportunity to be in Josh's, who plays Brim here tonight with us, in the one shot that he's going to be running next Tuesday night, a week from tonight, and it will be you don't want to miss that. It will be a lot of fun. So make sure you type !solo. I'll give you just another couple minutes to get that done as I set the scene here. All right. And I have a quick message coming to you, Rory.
Rory.
When you say Rory, do you mean Brim?
I mean, they're one and the same.
Brory?
Brimble.
That's kind of like a bro code. Brory? I like the Brimble. Brory?
Yeah, bro, you know Rory? Rory's great. Rory's the bro to go to, bro. He's the bro with that. He's the bro Baggins. Bro Muhammad Ali. Bro Obama.
Probama.
Now I'm forgetting, like...
Okay, now, before we do the giveaway and jump back into the action, I do have a Broba Fett. I like that Broba Fett. That's good, Ugluck. All right, so I have another really fun announcement. I didn't know I was going to have this ready for tonight, but we are. Blue Box now has our own website. Now, I've got several people to thank for this, and let me see. Let me go in order. The first would be my son, Jordan, who pushed me to do this whole Twitch thing in the first place, and I've shouted him out a few times. He bought the BlueBoxRPG domain way back in the beginning when we started this, and I said, nobody's going to watch this. No one wants to watch me play D&D, and I was obviously, gratefully, very wrong. Secondly, Terry. I talked to Terry a few weeks ago, and I asked him, like, what do you think we could really do to keep growing the channel with not just growing? I don't want to just grow to grow. And in fact, I want to tell everybody, I don't know if you know this happened, there was a Twitch cull of followers that happened last week. So many channels had their followers cold, and they saw their followers drop significantly based on not being active, or maybe, I don't know, like, I don't know why, bots, whatever it was. We didn't lose any followers here at Blue Box. And that's not, I'm not bragging. What I'm saying is I'm thankful to the community because the community is so active. Yes, big heart signs. We lost 0 followers. I'm not getting better. I go back and forth. 0 followers this week because you guys are so active, and everyone that's part of this channel has really helped us. So thank you. Now, as a result of both my son buying the domain, Terry's advice, and then Honeybee Crafter, also Mousetrapped, as you know her on the stream here today, also now one of the players in Josh's one-shot next week. She has been working tirelessly with our behind-the-scenes Blue Box Con crew. If you don't know what Blue Box Con is, it is essentially a sympathy party for my 50th birthday because I didn't have anything else planned, but I was so excited about the idea, and I didn't think anyone would come. I honestly did. Like, who's going to drive? We're just this tiny little Twitch channel in middle of Tennessee, and the outreach has been incredible. We've got so many that are contributing. I don't want to even start naming names because I'll forget people, but we do have our own website up, ready to go. Now, the V1 is specifically for the con, and so I'm popping it in the chat now. If you click that link, and let me sure I got that right, boom, you will see our draft of Blue Box Con. Now, for anyone that hasn't been able to click it, I'm going to go ahead and pop it up. Sorry, go ahead and right past your faces there for a second, and I'm going to show it on the monitor here. So, this is Blue Box Con. It will star all of our amazing players, especially, of course, Evelyn and Thomas, who plays Alcott. He's been so helpful. Rory has been amazing. We have Captain Cade. And then you can get tickets right here. It says buy now. The tickets are free. But we have limited availability because it's all happening here within this venue. Now, this venue it's nice. It's like 4.5 acres, so I got room, but still, this is our first quote-unquote con, and we only have probably space for 50. You say, well, that sounds like a lot. No, it's not, because we already have so many. So if you have not, or even if you think you have, click that buy now. Am I saying this right, Evelyn? They should click buy now?
Yes.
Because this is the first time I've seen this is tonight, because I'm not involved in any of this. It's all these people that are doing it. So I think you...
Yes. It should be...
Here, let me try it. Click buy now. There you go. Yes. So yeah. So you go buy now, and then it's 0 cost, right? But you register this way. So if you think you're already coming, you probably already are. But just make sure you do this anyway. If you've never heard of it, so we are in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So if you take the map of Tennessee, put a dot right in the middle of the state. It's about 35 minutes south of Nashville, Tennessee. And we want any of our Blue Box community that can come, that want to come, to be part of this con. And but we'll have to cut it off. So as I said, limited seats available, and that's not like a, I've done events before. That's not come on, like manipulate the people. No, it's real. There are limited seats. The first 50 people will be in, and so make sure you click that and register if you are already planning on coming, or if you've never heard of it before but you think you can come here. It is May 15th and 16th. So my birthday.
All camping on the property, or?
Well, there is campground room here if you want to. Yeah, I can make that work, Josh. Absolutely, I got plenty of room. So my birthday, it's my 50th, right? So it's basically I'm almost dead. My 50th birthday is on May 15th. That's the Saturday, and then we'll have a follow over to that Sunday. If you would like to come, again, click this. It's not just. It's going to be D&D. Heck, I don't even know all. It's going to be art. It's going to be painting, minis. I think there's going to be 3D printing. And then on Sunday, we're going to the Renaissance Festival. and the Renaissance Festival is literally like 10 minutes from my house. This is providential. I did not plan it this way, but it is absolutely, and it's a fantastic Ren Fest we have here. I think it's one of the best Ren Fests in the country because of where it's located. It's up on a hill. It's gorgeous, and you have Castle Gwyn. There is literally a castle on the property of where the Renaissance Festival is here, 10 minutes from my house. And anyone that can, of course, I know some have health concerns, COVID concerns, but we're going to do that on that Sunday. Yes, go ahead, Evelyn.
I was gonna say, for the sake of the players, do the players need to do the getting the tickets, or is that?
I already did it.
Yeah, yes, I think everybody should.
They're already included.
Yeah,
You don't need to register.
Well,
need to
but
register?
okay, so yeah, Rory knows more than I do. I'm not, because like guys, I'm just well, no, I was going to use the term pimping. That's probably not right. I'm just pushing this stuff out and talking about it because I was told to. I don't know how all the plans are working out. I'm not in the details of the planning. I'm just going to be here to have fun, play D&D, and welcome any friends that can come. So, yeah, sorry, go, Josh.
No, I was just saying, John's just ready to see the sausage. Because he's not, he's not wanting to see how the sausage gets made. He just wants to see the sausage.
Okay, Josh, you...
Josh,
Josh, you just...
Amazing.
What? I was talking about how he's ready to
I know.
sausage.
Look, it happens to all of us. Cade, which is Short Mom, that's my wife, she came to me this morning and she was laughing about the fact that she totally messed up on Sunday because Alcott had a portable hole. And she said, I want to jump in your hole in the stream on Sunday, which like had no ill intent, right? So there's this, like, but which is like things you say that you shouldn't. Josh, I really don't want to see the sausage. No, I just want to meet. I want to meet friends.
What flavor sausage is it, Josh? I'm just curious.
I mean, the one I just had was more like a.
All right,
German.
so DMs out there, I like working with new DMs or DMs that want to continue to grow and learn. This is a really important lesson. This is lesson 77 in the Blue Box DM lesson manual, how to break immersion. This is exactly how you do it. You destroy everything that you had built up with this. Okay, let's go ahead and do our winner for joining Josh in the solo next week. And the winner is...
1 second, I gotta click back to my other tab.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited. Thank you, Mystical Unicorn, Amanda.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Rory! Oh, let's go! All right, so Rory, congratulations. You are joining Honeybee and all the crew that Josh has in our stream next week on Tuesday. So we'll get all that out. We'll put it on our Discord. And then last but not least, I have this I'm going to give away tonight at the end of the stream. We've had great viewership and great participation. This is Hellspike Prison. D&D fantastic locations. This is a really cool guy, great artwork, and this will be our giveaway tonight at the end of the stream. So stay with us, and I don't know, we'll do like exclamation point prison. Exclamation point prison will be for that giveaway. All right. Back to the scene. The party has just felled 3 of these monstrous-looking creatures. Twin heads jutting from their shoulders, massive mauls, one of them already wounded by the new member Call. And even as Phineas and Rin took heavy blows, the party was magnificent in their combat prowess. They took deep damage, but they were healed by the mighty power of Pelor, which was cast by Rin, our newest character. And now, as we resume, the party has moved several hundred yards to the... Sorry, go ahead.
Everyone needs to re-enter the keywords because I did not have it in yet. It was
Oh, okay, yeah. So if you had put... No, Dino shirt will do you nothing. Prison will. Yeah, Dino Shirt was my prison, though. That's actually, yeah, I should probably allow that. So it's for this module, which is Hell Spike Prison. And I didn't want the keyword to be hell, so I'll make it prison. The party then felled those beasts, and now they've moved a few hundred yards along the track where Call, their companion, which was found in the sands of the Plumage, said that he could detect the tracks that these slaves were being moved into. And so with that, we start the next part of Blue Box Greyhawk Awakening, session number 40, unbelievable, which is entitled Twisted Forest, Twisted Foes. Party. Go ahead, yep.
Do Lilith and I know what we found?
Yes, I'm texting that to you right now. Sorry.
Okay.
Four swords. One dog.
I'll make sure I'm up by Brim. At the moment, just walking next to you, Brim, and as we're just walking forward, I'll tap your leg. Brim, how's everything going?
Brim's cleaning off the blade Reaver at the moment. He cleaned off his first blade, put it away, and then cleaning off the second blade. And he's looking at, what does the blade itself look like, John? Or can I just create a beautiful fantasy image in my mind?
Well, I've already given you some details. All right, so I've told you that it has a black leather pommel and an ebony blade, but I've not described the quillions or anything that might be on the end of the pommel, so you can embellish as you like.
Well, it's a beautiful blade.
This is nice.
Yeah.
Where did you find this?
Oh, when we were back at the fort before we came to this wretched place, and that mage guy you took down when you were a giant, well, he had this as well as a couple other items. Oh, and you'll see as I kind of hesitate and I look at my finger and I go, yeah, so there was a couple of other items, and this was one of them, but sorry for the hesitation, but I needed to really ensure that.
Fine. We've been burned in the past. No pun intended.
Yeah, and I just want to make sure it was fine before you got it.
Smart. Why'd you hesitate just now?
Oh, well, I suppose I could tell you. And he holds his hands, I hold my hands out, and you see a ring that you've noticed on my hand for quite a while, the one I got back when I was resurrected from one of my former companions. And then you see a new one on my finger on the other hand. Oh, well, one of the items that he also had was a ring. And I haven't quite checked this one out yet, so I'm not too sure what this one does.
Wanna just slip it on? Go
Oh,
full Lilith?
Yeah, I figured she did it and it worked out, so I would try it. What's the worst that can happen? I can lose an eye, I suppose.
Gimble, no.
It's already on, it's been on my hand for the last couple hours.
Put all Hyronius and may Lord bless us.
By wearing it, DM, do I have any inkling of what it can do? Or
as you
make it work?
As you slip it around your neck.
The ring. So the ring's been on my finger since we.
So I'm sorry. So Gimbal, I got confused. So which ring are you referring to now?
The ring I got from the mage.
Oh, yes. All right. Roll d20 for me, please. Add your spellcraft.
Yeah.
By the way, Gimbal and Vivi, I sent you DMs in Discord, so you should have.
Yes, I saw it. I was giggling at it.
Okay. I'm really wondering what you're going to do with that, Vivi.
Oh, okay. No, that'll okay. So rolling with advantage that with spellcraft, which I like. That'll be under craft. Spell.
You find a picture of his family.
Right? Was spellcraft its own thing? Spellcraft. Okay. 25.
25?
Yes.
So, Gimbal, as you place the ring on your finger, and as you have seen many magic rings do this, not just the one ring in LOTR, it resizes as you place it on your finger. And you sense this gives you the power of becoming invisible once per day. So one time per day, you can activate this ring. Now, you don't know more than that. So you improved or what have you, you know you will become unable to be seen once per day.
And you'll just see, as I'm starting to think and feel it in my hand as we're talking, Brim, a big grin comes across my face. Well, I haven't really taken time like I did with the sword, but DM, for magical items, is there still there's no components or schematics or anything required,
No,
right?
no, unless I could specifically require otherwise.
Right.
So you might have a specialized item that would include something like a somatic component. But typically, a magic item is just the power of the magic item, and any limitations are based on its usage, or that's like what I just told you. And there is more to be learned about this than what I just told you. But just based on your spellcraft, your knowledge, you sense at least this much, that you can become invisible once per day.
Well, I don't fully understand it yet, but I'll go invisible.
Okay, so he slips it on his finger. As Gimbal slips the ring on his finger, and yes, we've had several one ring comments that have happened here on stream already. It is not the one ring, I assure you that. Gimbal vanishes. He's suddenly gone.
Alright. Get up to your perch whenever you want it.
As he's just gonna turn back around.
Brim, are you here? Brim?
Yes, I'm here.
I can't see you.
Dumbo, why?
Where's everyone at, Brim?
Brim is... he's gonna stab the new sword in the ground.
Dumbo, I'm here. Where are you?
And as you're stabbing, I'm going to
Fight you one time.
cry out in pain. Just cry, not too loudly, because I get that we're somewhere, but just cry out, Brim, that hurt, please lift it.
I pulled the blade from the ground, and he's gonna reach down to where it was and try to reach out for Gimbal if he's in that area.
As you reach down, Gimbal, what does he find? Are you allowing him to, because obviously you know what's happening. Thank you, Josh, for not metagaming. So Gimbal, you see Brim reaching for you. What do?
I walk back by Lilith without being as quiet as I can, walking back by Lilith.
Brim, you reach, you feel air. You can still, you have a sensitive nose, and you can smell he's somewhere close, but you feel nothing. You, the first who smelled the paling, of course, have a sensitive nose. The word of the day, your olfactory senses are profoundly puissant. Right, so...
So the pea scent is coming to my orifice nose.
No, the orifices of your nose. Not your
Orifice of your nose, yes.
Gotcha. My nose orifices.
Sorry, go ahead, Terry. I think Terry's about to throw up in his mouth, so go ahead.
Rin leans into Elandra. I think they're doing it again.
Yep.
They do realize that we are barely hanging on here, right?
I want to sleep and I'm starting to wonder if I'm hallucinating and none of this is real.
And you're gonna hear right beside you, yes, you are. No, it's not.
Lilith is still rummaging through the giant's She finds a couple heads and she just kind of kicks them to the side. Go ahead, Riz.
All right, so you see Lilith kick 2 human heads off to the side casually, and I have you up here, Elandra. So you're kind of scouting. You're watching off a high rock here. Is where I have you.
Oh, then I would have moved over first. Sorry.
That's fine.
Like,
So yeah, you hear thunk, 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 thunk as a head rolls across the ground after being kicked by Lilith.
so I'm gonna ask you one more time, Elandra. Do we still feel safe with this group? I mean, the big one, pretty powerful. The other two worry me.
I mean, I think I just really need some sleep. I think that's where I'm at right now.
Oh, not sleep.
I think it's a good idea we bed for the night. I'm willing to take first watch as thankful to Pelor and Ren. I'm feeling good.
Alright. Good plan. Here seems good.
I do not think we should start another fire, says Call.
Yeah, I agree.
It would draw them.
That's gonna draw attention. Bad idea.
I think it'd be good to come up.
As Bryn's going to head this way.
Okay.
It'd be good to come up with the protection of these trees as well as the statues.
I agree. Seems safe enough-ish. Relatively speaking.
All right.
DM.
Yes.
Sorry. This collection that you mentioned.
Yes.
Like, is it in a bag? Is it on a string?
It was a sack hanging around the giant's waist.
Sack. So
A
how
sack.
big is it compared to me then?
Well, there were 2. So the one that had the heads was a large sack. Let's call it this big. So as big as sort of from your shoulder to your waist. The other sack that contained the other items was a smaller one, about the size of a cantaloupe, if you will.
Oh, okay, that's a good size. Okay, so Lois will open it and look inside and go, oh, interesting. And she'll close it up, and she'll just kind of throw it over her shoulder as she, and then with the gold that she finds, she will take out one piece of gold, and kind of just like look at it, just kind of hold it up as she kind of looks at it. If there's any sort of light source anywhere, if it glints at all, she'll take it and she'll put it in her millie pocket, and she'll open it and put it in there, and kind of press it into the sand a little bit and just give it a little pat, and then take the rest of the gold and bring it over to Gimbal, which she cannot see.
No, Gimbal, you still see no sign of. You heard his voice, but you see no sign of him.
Gimbal. Brim?
Yeah?
Did you lose Gimbal?
Gimbal lost himself. We're tired.
What do you mean he lost himself?
He slipped on a ring and disappeared.
Oh.
I thought I stabbed him because he made me believe I stabbed him. Now realizing I did not. He is somewhere and nowhere all at the same time.
And I'll speak up and appear at that time and go, that means, Brim, I'm everywhere. And Gimbo, and Lilith, and I'll hold out a rock in my hand. I have another rock. And bow.
Oh, and she'll happily accept and pass you in exchange the bag of gold that has now 88 pieces of gold in it.
So to be clear, you just traded 88 gold for a rock, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's Lilith for you. Yep.
On the nose.
That is Lilith. Boom, right there.
With that in mind, DM, as a gnome, what kind of rock is this?
Well, as I told you here, there's a lot of what looks like granite, very little slate. What she hands you looks like a piece of pumice, perhaps from some sort of, as you would know these, an ancient volcanic eruption that would have spilled out across the soil here. It is black and porous in nature.
Okay. Yeah, a good gimbal fist-sized rock.
Yes.
And she'll take it and she'll put it in one of her pockets. Gimbal.
Yeah.
Come here for a minute. And she
Uh-huh.
kind of pulls you away a little bit from the group.
Willingly follow.
So I found something. I found something.
Oh, what'd you find?
I don't know what I want to do with it, but I'll let you take a look at it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And she'll take that sack that she got off of one of the giants and she'll open it up for Gimbal to look inside.
All right, so you want me to describe this, Lilith, or do you want to? I'm like this is like the worst kept secret. I think everybody watching the stream knows what's in this sack. So you want me to, or you want to?
You can do it because I'm not going to be able to do it.
Okay. Gimbal, you look in and you see at first what looks like a red pickle. As you look closer, you see it is in fact 2 complete sets of human genitalia, severed with all of the various components. I will not delineate here overtly, but it is the full packages, 2 of them as trophies, severed and placed in the. Yay! We got the giggle fit. I knew I could do it. I knew I could do it.
It's 2 something.
2 of these things in the sack, and you see Lilith. You can't really tell if she's playing with you or if she knows. Like it's very tough to tell what she's actually trying to do to you right now.
Know that what we do is slightly different, Lilith, but these aren't spell components.
You can't use these?
I don't think so. I don't know that I want to.
You don't know what they can do.
Yeah, you would be surprised, but no, I don't want them.
Do you know what's ironic,
Oh.
Gimbal?
What?
That there's 2 of them in a sack.
I don't understand. And you just see Gimbal just. Okay. Hey, Lilith?
Gimbal,
find
wait,
you
wait,
more
wait, I'm
rocks.
sorry, I'm sorry. Every once in a while I have to interrupt. I know Gimbal casts enlarge. Well done, chat. I'm sorry, please resume.
Gimbal, Lilith, I'll keep finding you different rocks. If you never show this to me again.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. And she kind of just cinches up the bag and just tosses it away.
Just this specifically. You find really cool things. This one is a little different.
Okay. I didn't know. I knew you were into making stuff and potions and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
for
I didn't
sure.
know what kind of stuff you needed.
Yeah,
You never
exactly.
know.
I have something actually that I'm thinking about that's using some different stuff that I collected, but I don't know if it'll work. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We'll just leave this one here. I found a bag of heads. Do you need heads?
You found
Which heads?
and head. No, I actually found some too, but I left them. So, no, thank you.
No?
Did you want them?
Oh, no. That's gross.
Okay. Yeah, that's gross. Did you want to climb a tree tonight when we go to sleep?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
And Lilith will kind of just toss the bag aside and walk over to Brim and kind of just give him a tap on the thigh. So, what's happening? Where are we going?
Well, everyone's bedding down for the evening, and I'm taking first watch.
Can you lift us into a tree?
Yeah, easily.
As Brim, for anyone who wishes just to expedite things, will lift anyone into the tree that wishes to get up into the tree. And if Phineas does go up, and if Elandra does want to go up, then yeah.
Yeah, and there are ample trees, heavily crooked limbs and branches. Also, still these these strangely frozen visages of once living creatures. But here, as you're moving, the further north you move, the more of them look old. Like you saw the more recent ones closer to where you came through the portal. Here, they all seem quite weathered.
So yeah, so Elandra's gonna move into the trees there, and she's gonna find one and sit like against it with her back against it with Phineas by her side, and she's going to, since we're getting to the point where we're getting ready to sleep, she's going to go ahead and pull out one of the various scrolls of parchment she has in her bag and start, once again, as she did the previous time that they rested, start drawing out the places they've been kind of mapping, keeping track of the terrain and the various things that they've seen so far in this area since. And also going back and notating on her previous things, adding the fort that they had gone to and everything before they proceeded into the portal.
Okay, so you see any that's paying attention, you see Elandra doing this. What's everyone else doing, or are you just going straight to sleep?
Rin's going to find a tree nearer to Elandra than to the others and just kind of follow her lead. He pulls out his journal and begins writing and sketching, looking at the area, sketching the area that he sees in a different way than what Elandra's doing. He's sketching it just to kind of understand what he's seeing.
Okay, all right. You're doing that. Everyone else?
As sorry.
No, go ahead.
As Brim was lifting Lilith into the tree, she'll kind of just place her hand on his cheek and lean forward and just say, I heard you were the leader.
I am but the head of the group. Nothing more, nothing less.
And he'll kind of scratch Lilith's side.
We're all leaders in our own right. Don't get your butt up there.
Would Rin have heard this?
Oh yeah, everyone's within a few feet, of course.
So as soon as you finished, Rin would have said, actually, what you said was, you're not the leader. You may be the head of the group, but the head can't do anything on its own. It needs arms and legs and the heart. We lost our shield and our smile, but we've got new parts of the group. That's why we're the Wayward Bolt. So sure, I'm the head of this party, but I do not do anything without the rest of the party agreeing, because we move together or we don't move at all. In case you were curious.
He's literally like mid-lift, like muscles bulging, holding Lilith right there, just...
So that's what I said. I guess.
And we'll continue pushing her up more.
And she'll kind of look at Rin and then look at Brim and be like, wow, he's got a really good memory.
All right. So you all do this. You go through your routines. Each of you, scribing in journals, taking notes. Some meditating on spells. So all of your memorizations. Anyone that has spells that you're trying to prepare, get all those in order. And now I will roll for random encounters. Every DM's favorite thing during the evening. So who has watch?
Brim's taking first. Elandra will take second watch.
I will be with Elandra.
I'll take third.
Okay. All right.
Sure, I'll be up with Lilith for the third one.
So Hunter Orenoir asked what happened to Shorewind. Sorry, that was a few sessions ago. Shorewind did not die, so don't misunderstand. There have been others that died, namely Millie. No one really knows where Ashrin is at right now or what her health looks like. Squeaks has been abandoned to the dust, but we have. Sorry, Roy, it's true. Hey, you kind of want.
Sorry, you made him a traitor, and then you gave us no choice but.
There were choices. No, there were choices.
Or kill him.
There were many choices. I could think of at least 4 choices. So it's not my fault if you guys aren't that creative. But so, sorry, I'm teasing. All right, so first watch. Second watch.
Brim's just gonna fight whatever comes head on. Just him. He'll leave everyone else sleeping.
I'm sorry, who had the third watch?
Me and Gimbal.
All right, Lilith and Gimbal. In the night hours, you hear, as the rest of the party is sleeping, gentle snoring comes from Brim, and even Brim's gentle snoring has a nice deep baritone rumble to it. And you hear something scurrying off to your right.
Can I roll for perception?
All right, please, both of you, roll.
Advantage.
So as you look,
Is this both of us? Or just
yeah, both of you. You both hear it. You both.
advantage?
16.
16. Okay.
I forget what that is. Perception. I got a 8 on the die plus 16 total.
All right. So both of you, 16. Yeah, you're not sure. You hear a rustling and the falling of rocks somewhere off to your right.
Do you hear that, Lilith?
And I'll put this up for the screen here. So somewhere off in this direction, you can't see my cursor. Somewhere off in this direction, you hear something behind these rocks. Difficult to tell how large, but definitely big enough to move the rocks.
And DM, am I supposed to be able to have this view in Hailspire?
Well, so you can't see that. That's one of the things that I'm actually working on. I'm going to talk to them about. So you can see my DM cam only through Twitch, which is what my viewers see. You see, you will see the light. So, for example, here, let me do this again, Rory.
I'm still back on the other set. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you-
yeah. It's all the way at the top. So how do we move that forward?
I'm sorry.
Like, I can
I didn't
see
realize
us
we were
before
still
the-
on the same map.
Yeah, your
we're-
coloration is different than what we have, John. We still have the red hue.
Did it get applied? When
You
changed
know
the
what?
light?
That's okay. Hold on here. That's the DM still learning as well. I did not click apply to game board. Now, there you go. Thank you. So sorry, guys, my bad. But hey, that's how we get better. Thank you very much for the follow, Ribs Be Rattled. I like that one. That's a good username. So yeah, it is off in this direction behind these rocks.
Did you hear that, Lilith?
Yeah, I did. When you went invisible earlier, can you do that again or no?
I think so. We rested for a while, and it's kind of I don't know everything it can do. It's somewhat limited in how often I could try it. I mean, I could see if it works, and maybe I gotta wait a couple more hours. I'm not sure. Do you want me to go look?
Only if you can be invisible. I don't want you to put yourself at risk for no reason.
Okay. Well, maybe it's a new day, so. And before that happens, I'll go ahead and you'll see me reach into the pouch and I pull out a feather, what you would know to be an owl feather. It's slightly dripping in a fluid, and I pull it out and I wave it around my hand and around the ring as I cast Identify.
So you cast Identify on the ring?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you identify this successfully, and it is a ring of unique invisibility. You did correctly discern that it only gives you the ability to turn invisible once per day. However, that resets at dusk. So you know you used its charge last night at dusk. So it will not be until the following dusk that it can be used again. However, you also discern it can be used for improved invisibility, but if you do so, it is no longer usable for 1 week. So you can go invisible once per day. If you use the improved invisibility, which will allow you to attack while invisible, then it can only be used once per week.
And it's one or the other, right?
That's right, exactly. Well, no, you can use the daily, but the day that you use the improved, it is no longer active for 1 week.
So what I mean is, can I use the daily and the improved in the same day?
No. So so it resets at dusk.
Yep.
So you could have used the regular 6 days in a row. Wait till the dusk the next day. You can use the improved, and it no longer works for 1 week.
One or the other. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah. I can't use this right now. I gotta wait until tonight.
How dark is it? DM?
Well, it is night, but of course on Faerun, you have twin moons, and so there is a fair degree of light. You can see the shadows moving, but it is not so dark that you cannot see.
And we're both up in a tree, whatever.
Correct. Thank you, Dragon. Whoa! Dragon Blue 1,000 for the DM.
Hey.
Brand new sub tonight too.
That's disadvantage, right?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. All right.
Would I be able to climb up the tree higher to get a
Sure.
better vantage point?
All right. So you're not moving. You're going to climb up the tree higher. As you do, go ahead and you scrabble up. Are you trying to do so quietly?
Yes.
All right. Let me have you make a stealth check and then make a perception check. And also, I did put it in chat, but thank you, Phantom. Robert gave 5 more subs. Wait, one? No. How many? Yeah, 5 more subs. Thank you for all the subs, Robert. All of our followers or viewers tonight, type !prison. Unusual thing to be typing, but it is for the Hellspike Prison, one of the old school D&D fantastic locations modules. It's a really, really cool book, color illustrations. It's got your maps in it here. This is great for any DM or player. And thank you to Canadian Ancient Gamer who gifted this to us. Oh, I told Pat to stay, and I forgot to show it. Thank you for following us, Began. So we have, real quickly, and I'm sure Pat's gone, but since I've already disrupted this, look at this amazing artwork. So we get fan art here on the channel, and it always blows me away how good the fan art is. And this is Pat Draws drawing Lilith. Let me pull it up on the monitor. Yeah, you guys should be seeing it. Isn't that? So this is Lilith calling lightning from the sky on those creatures which we have called Ettins. Who knows exactly what they were, but they looked like Ettins. They had 2 heads, and she pulled that lightning down from the sky. Thank you, Pat Draws. You can see this fan art and all fan art where? On our Discord channel. And our Discord channel has memes, it has daily chat, it has links to all of our other. So if you want to know when Josh is streaming his Maniac Tailspire stuff, if you want to know when Terry has his Machiked World of Warcraft stuff kicking off, any of that stuff, you can find it in our Discord on our sponsors, in our, you can see the fan art in our fan art channel. We have minis and creators. There's all kinds of fun stuff that happens in our Discord. So please, for your benefit, it's free, by the way. Join it, check it out. All kinds of great content in there. All right, back to it. So what were your rolls, Lilith?
18 for the stealth.
Okay.
And then I'll roll perception at advantage, please. Just hang on 1 second. Let me just check my perception.
Well, I like how you moved your mini up into a tree. Well done.
I'm not that good. 24 for perception.
All right, you managed to scrabble up the tree. It feels strangely calcified. The tree feels more like iron than wood. As you pull up, the limbs don't even creak, so it is easy for you to be stealthy. You look across the windswept, darkened horizon, and behind the rocks here, you do in fact spy a creature. You see a pair of what look like jackals, but they have strangely shaped ears, and they seem to be searching for rodents or small creatures in the dirt.
Okay. And she'll climb back down and just reiterate with Gimbal what she saw. It just looks like a couple of jackals just off over there. They just look like they're hunting for food. I don't know what you think.
I mean, we can just keep an eye on them. They might not mean any harm to us. They might be more scared of us if they see us.
Okay.
How big were they? Like, as big as Finn?
They were as big as DM.
Yes, they look like standard sort of large dog, smaller than a wolf, jackal-sized creatures. Their ears were particularly long. Difficult to make out their coloring, but again, they seem to have no interest in you. They seem to be sniffing among the rocks looking for small rodents.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need to hurt them or anything. We can keep an eye, and if they get close.
Okay, sounds good. Or we'll just keep an eye on them for the rest of our watch.
All right. They do, in fact, attack. Their fangs grow 12 feet long. No, okay. They move off into the distance.
They like, I quit.
They don't bother you. It was just a typical scare that was based on my die roll for the random encounter. There was something scurrying through, natural wildlife, but it had no interest in you. While there was a bit of unease, soon you move through the remainder of the evening, and the sun brings a dawn to the horizon, and it makes some beneficial semblance to the sky, but still this deep sense of unease here. Now you can see there's a large mountainous structure. If you look up to the north, you look straight ahead on your screen now, you can see there is something perhaps a quarter mile, half mile ahead that looks like a combination of natural landscape and perhaps some sort of man or human, like constructed structure.
Don't forget to hit apply to board.
So you guys don't see when I do any of that? I have to do it every time?
There we go.
Now I see it.
That's odd. Huh, okay. When I click apply to board, do you get that view that I'm showing you, or you just see? No, you just get the lighting
effects. We can see it on
effects.
stream, but we don't see it in our game until you hit the click.
Okay, so wow, every time. Okay.
That way you can do some things in advance.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. That makes sense. It's just, yeah, all right.
Good, I just hate it.
Thank you.
So it's morning, right?
Yes.
All right. So Rin's gonna look at Elandra. I'm just going to be right back. I'm just going to take a few steps out of camp. I need to do some focus work and a little bit of praying.
All right. Do you want Phineas to go with you? Would you feel better?
I should be fine. I'm not going to go too far. I just don't want to bother anybody else in the camp.
All right.
Ren, did you say that quietly to Elandra?
Yeah, it was just quietly to
Okay.
Elandra. And so he's just going to take just maybe looking at the space where he's at. He's just going to, he's not going to go far. He's just going to kind of step to there.
Okay. You move across the rocky terrain. You do notice as you walk across, you see bits of what look like fingers and other appendages that they're stone, like they've been broken off. Many of the statues that surround, they waft into the dust, have been ground and stepped on many times. You also see there are lots of footprints through this area that look consistent with the prints that you saw when you first came through the portal.
So Rin's going to take some time. He's going to prepare some spells and pray to Pelor.
Brim will kneel down for his morning prayers as well. Say his prayers to Zoldal and Hyronius.
All right. You know, guys, I'd like to push for role play a little bit now and then, and especially when I have a cleric. Terry, if you don't mind, I would like to hear your prayer to Pelor.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, so a couple things with that then, since still learning cleric in this setting a little bit. One of the things that he'll be doing during this, just so you know, is he'll pull out his journal, and we'll take a couple notes of the evening on watch with Elandra.
but he will set the journal off to the side, and he'll take his disc of Pelor, and he'll hold it in both hands in front of him, and he'll just begin to kind of concentrate on the disc, remember his training at the temple in Hardby, remember why he came out here, and we'll just begin to say some soft words. Pelor, you have guided me faithfully for some time now. You've sent me on my way, and though I have not always been able to save those that have been with me, I have done my best to bring your light to those that I can. Thank you for allowing me to find Elandra, a face that is recognizable, a face that makes me remember Hardby. And thank you for allowing me to help the strange ones that she found. The big one, who seems both violent and kind. The one who has protected us so severely as we've come up against multiple foes. The elf who, though odd at times, has shown her power with the elements. And even the little one who, though stranger than most I've run into, I suppose has his reasons for being here. It is through your light that I have been able to keep these travelers safe. I hope that you continue to guide me as I do travel with them and keep them safe, but also help me to find the others that were sent here. Help me to find those who are lost, so that I may continue to help them. And he just kind of sits there in silence for a bit.
As you say these words, there has never been for you an audible voice. There has never been for you a divine glamour which appeared before your vision. But there is the familiar peace, the peace that passes your natural understanding, a sense of communion with your God, and that still, soft, quiet voice that speaks to you. And you feel a settled communion and a knowledge that all is right, at least, if not in the world, in your world. And it is with the prayer of Pelor from Rin that we will conclude our session tonight. Now, here at Blue Box, we do run typically a little bit later, but every other week we have one of our players who actually works really hard for a living, and so we try to make sure that she can get out and get. But you, as our fans, have been absolutely fantastic tonight. I don't know how many subs, how many gifts. It was absolutely wonderful. And then, yes, we had combat, we had role play, we had a little bit of fun. And I set up a whole table here for no reason, but that is part of the life of a DM who is doing terrain and many. So here again, we use Tailspire, this amazing tool, but we use physical terrain and minis. I'm going to ask all the players, close your eyes. All the players, please just honor this. Close your eyes. I want the fans to see. Like, I had this is like literal live physical terrain set up with different angles. If we go to this one, no, don't say wow, that means you're looking. Okay? I meant literally don't look.
Just being smarmy.
Okay, now you can stop looking. Now you can stop hiding your head. All right, it's okay, Vivi, I know, or Evelyn, I know you'll see it when you're ripping off the drive up to YouTube to get it stored up there on the VOD. But we do have all kinds of fun stuff here, all this terrain behind us, but we love this tool, Tailspire, and we're just getting started. So before we conclude tonight, Is it peaking looking? Yeah, Roger, I know. Well, I'm not going to tell you what it was, Maya Morph. You got to tune in next week to see. Reminder. Our Blue Box website is up. Now, this is a draft of the site. It is specifically for the upcoming con, which is a celebration of it's a condolence and a mourning of my 50th birthday on May 15th. And so anyone that can drive to Middle Tennessee, and we got many, many that are. It blows my mind how many of you are coming. Thank you. Like, honestly, I'm humbled. And as I mentioned, I'm not in any of the Discord chat. Like, it's so hard for me. I look at it every day, and I see those red dots on the Discord channels, and I see like they're white and there's all kinds of chat. It's a force of human will every single day not to click on those, but I swear I clicked on one when they were first created, and I dropped a comment in there like 2.5 weeks ago. And my wife came running in the room. You're not supposed to look in those. So I have not looked in again since, I promise. But if you go on our Discord, you can see what that's about. If you go on that website that I put right there, you can register. We have limited, only 50 people, which it kind of stuns me I'm even saying that, but it appears like that's actually a realistic limit we're going to have to enforce. Can be there for that day, and it's going to be a blast. We're going to have minis. We're going to have gaming. We're going to have multiple tables playing D&D. We're going to live stream some of it. Others of it won't be. We're going to have 3D printing, and I don't know all the stuff that's happening. I just hear the stuff I'm being told. It should be a blast. A couple of days, and then of course the Renaissance Festival, as I mentioned earlier, right here around the corner. It is an incredible Renfen. 10 minutes from my house. Tour of Castle Gwyn. And I pay for everything. I mean, I'm not paying for you to get here, obviously. Like, you got to buy your gas or your plane or whatever. But like, I'm covering everything. So there is no cost to get here. We'll take care of all of the food and drink and all.
He's opening up his house to all 50 people to sleep in.
And I'm pretty sure
my house.
No, I'm kidding.
I could probably sleep 6, but like I said, I got 4 acres. You got a sleeping bag. You could sleep out there. You bring a tent. Yes, you can
have a long rest. You know.
Yeah, you get a long rest.
I'll cuddle with whoever's coming.
Why do I keep hearing random dice rolls? Should I be concerned?
John just up on
Somebody's coming and like shaking your tent in the middle of the night. He's like, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's like, okay, roll a d10. He's like,
random encounters, random
6,
encounters.
and he comes after. He's like,
exactly.
Where he's rolling dice each morning. Wakey, wakey.
Don't think I won't do that. Don't think I won't do that. I will do that. Tennessee weather is gorgeous in May. You probably can't get a better time of year. Late April, early to mid-May is the best time of year here. Well, then you can also go to like kind of mid to late September. It's like spring, early summer, and fall. It's gorgeous. Now, I can't promise you we won't have a heat wave, but it should be something like 80 degrees during the day, beautiful weather. Most times that's what we see in mid-May. All right, now, exclamation point prisoner in the chat. Get you in the giveaway for this Hellspike Prison, old school D&D. It's a very cool module. It's got all your maps. It's got the color maps in the back, and we're going to give that away. We've already given away 2 slots in Josh's one-shot, but you tune in for that. We'll post it all on our Discord. We'll post it on our Instagram, but our own NPC voices, Josh, he'll be DMing next Tuesday night because I'll be traveling on business. You do not want to miss that. Then what you also don't want to miss, and I'm going to say this one more time, everybody, mark your calendar. Grab your kids and put them on iPads in front of their screens. Talk to your grandma. Install Twitch on her home computer. Get everyone there this night, the 28th. I want to blow these people from Tailspire away. Johnny Ree, founder. Chris Baggers, I think lead developer. I think I have that. He's like their lead software. Jason Roy, he's the one that first reached out to me. He's in our Discord. He joined as Dwarf. He communicates with me almost daily. I think he leads a lot of their like marketing and growth initiatives. These are the top brass at Tailspire, or Bouncy Rock is actually the company name, but they are the guys behind Tailspire. They're going to be with us on Blue Box the 28th, and I want to bring a huge crew in. It's going to be a 2-hour stream. And it's not just going to be Tailspire. It's going to be old school D&D talk. It's going to be about how they got started, and I want to ask them about their roots in D&D, and they had this really cool connection to something called Neverwinter Nights, which I can't wait to talk about. That is going to be a great night, so please mark your calendar, cancel your vacation plans, tell your family you can't see them that night. You need to be with us on the 28th of April for this stream. Okay. We're going to do our giveaway, and then we're going to go through our Stream MVP voting. So the Stream MVP tonight gets 1,000 extra experience points that you, our fans, get to award based on who you think was the MVP of the stream tonight. That could be based on combat prowess. It could be based on humor. It could be based on drama, role play. If they just tickled you pink during the break while I was away, whatever it is, I don't care. You get to vote for your Stream MVP. We're going to let them each make their case. As they make their case, we will also do a roll in our Nightbot to see who they will be rolling for the giveaway tonight. And we're going to start with Lilith, just in case Vivi has to step away. Tell us why you should be Stream MVP.
Lilith should be Stream MVP for electric avenuing the giant. And also finding heads, which she did not take. And she also found a big old bag of DICKs, which
Wait,
she had
of what?
generously offered.
What'd you say?
DICKs.
Oh, sorry, you said it so fast. I thought it was like some more acronym I didn't understand.
It's BGM trying to do it fast.
No, it was not just that. It was a full set. They were packages, not just those.
Packages.
Oh yeah, there were. I'm sorry if I was not explicit enough.
USPS in here.
Okay,
Yeah.
I found a bag of sticks and rocks, which I kindly.
Made some pop bombs.
Yes, which I kindly offered to Gimbal for spell components, which apparently he doesn't need nor will he use. So I just tossed that old bag, that sack away, and then she climbed a tree with Gimbal, and just her RP with Brim, signifying that he is the leader of the pack, of our very pack, and keeping a coin, collecting a coin and putting it in her melee pocket because she's still mourning her best friend.
She is, and she did so well, and I know this will get blocked out when we post this to YouTube. I don't care, but this is Vivi, maker of Electric Avenue tonight on our stream with the incredible artwork from Pat Draws. Let me pull that back up. This will be one of our nice closing shots that only our live viewers get to see. If you're on the VOD, this is going to get blocked. I know it will, but if you're a live viewer, you get to enjoy a little Pat Draws artwork, a little Eddie Grant Electric Avenue, and a celebration of Vivi. Great job tonight. Who will she be rolling for, Evelyn?
She will be rolling for Phantom Engine.
Let's go, Robert! Okay, and Robert, thank you so much for the gifts tonight. I think I shouted everybody that gave us the gifts, but if I missed anyone, I apologize. Let's go to Rory. Why should Gimbal be Stream MVP? It might be rigged, Patrick.
Are you muted, Rory?
You're muted, Roy.
Yes. Gimbal should be Stream MVP because he put his life on the line to ensure that Brim was safe, getting the sword that he was investigating for him. Additionally, once he gave Brim the sword, he also played a little game with Brim because of the fun little ring that he found. So he had some fun. Gimbal always likes to be very bit of a dark place. And then he also gave Lilith a rock and tried very hard to not be insulting with the bag. But he gave her a rock because he knows she enjoys rocks, and also climbed a tree with her and was on watch with her. Yep.
Well done, sir. And great role play tonight. And I love the little invisibility trick, like you said. That was so much fun. And thank you for Gimbal always brings a little twist to the game, which we appreciate. And let's go now to Terry. Why should
we roll for Rory?
Oh yes, please go ahead. And you get ready, Terry, because you're up next.
Began 1.
Begin!
I got you.
They
Gotcha.
started following us this evening. In
Yeah, I remember them.
Yes, I remember that. Thank you
'Cause I
so
thought he said
much.
vegan, but I thought
Congratulations, Vegan One. Yeah, and he's still here. All right, he or she, they are still here. All right, so both, because you got to be present to win here on Blue Box. So both of our first two are here. Let's go to Rin.
So yes, Rin should be a stream MVP this week for a couple of reasons. First, the fair amount of healing that he has done to the entire party over multiple combats, but more specifically this combat tonight, bringing Brim finally to full after so many days not being at full, making sure Phineas was well taken care of, along with anybody else that needed a touch of healing, i.e. Carl.
Oh, no,
who
stop
needed
that,
healing as
please.
well.
Why?
And additionally, that healing did help with Carl's hair. If anybody did take a look, it looks much better now from the healing done. Additionally, he assisted Brim with his memory of what Brim actually said regarding him being a leader, and now he knows the full extent of who he is and what he is. Additionally, he had some nice role play with Elandra, at times thinking that those two should just run away because the little one is scary. And finally, he did get a chance to pray to Pelor and actually regain some of the healing abilities that he's been missing, but has started to actually feel a bit more at home with this bunch than he initially thought, but still wants to continue on his way to save those that are stuck here. Oh, additionally, and finally, he did talk about, well, Rin didn't, but I did talk about having Mackinac fudge. For those that haven't had it, you're missing out.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me, by the way. And I have to. So this is Vivi's music tonight, so I got to kick it off again. I have not tried these yet. I still have. So I've been meaning to do this on stream. I have my Dutch ketchup, old Dutch ketchup. These are Canadian chips. They sound terrible. This is my first one, and
Delicious.
God, it just sounds like you're trying to catch up.
oh wow, dad joke. Thank you. All right, so can you tell Rin who he's rolling for while I try this chip?
Rolling for Adventurous Narrativas.
You like it. Just keep eating it. You're gonna like it.
They're good. They're good.
Confused.
He's a healthy guy, so he's not used to this much
yeah.
sodium and sugar.
That is an experience.
Yep.
That had many different sensory inputs simultaneously. I'm gonna have to try a second one to determine what I think. All right, Josh, why should Brim be stream MVP?
Brim should be stream MVP for staying patient and doing his best to actually protect Gimbal, because he would continually went after the ones that were closest to Gimbal to give him time. And then also after grabbing his new blade, his first ever magic item, or magic weapon, because his magic item he got is from Millie, the natural armor necklace, is he was able to run up and just super dope grab onto the back of the giant, stabbing it through his head, and then landing on the giant and pulling the blade from, looking amazing as per freaking usual. And also Brim trying to continually defend that he is not the leader of the group and that he is just the head and everyone else is another part of the body. It seems like Lilith found one of those parts, but it's been a great session and Brim's feeling great and finally has full HP because of Ren.
All right, well done. And by the way, Brim, Josh, he'll be with us tomorrow night on our LMA stream as we talk about Tailspire. We're going to do a deep dive into this tool. We're going to look at building, a lot of the things behind the scenes, show you different builds, and so, talk about slabs, copying and pasting slabs. Also, on the 28th, I'll be giving away at least one, if not more, Tailspire licenses, and I'm giving away a build from Demongund, or Demongund, or however you pronounce it. I'm giving away his, it is unfreaking believable what this guy has built with the tool. I'm going to give those away on the 28th, and I may do one tomorrow night. If I get really silly, I may give away one tomorrow night. But Brim, thank you for joining us tomorrow, and you are quite a worthy nominee for Stream MVP. Who will he be rolling for?
He's rolling for DM Dingbat.
Dingbat! That's awesome. Yeah, Dingbat has been super active as well, and a great viewer. We're so glad that he's with us, and I think he's still, he's always in there. Woohoo! Thank you, Dingbat. You will be rolled for by Brim. All right, last but not least, why should Elandra be stream MVP? These are not bad, Vivi.
Yeah, see it happens.
They grow on you after a minute.
For the massive amounts of damage that Phineas wrought on that poor Etten. He was having a bad day after Phineas got to him. And for the crit of the arrow that crushed his lungs and his ribs and killed him. That helped. Let's see. Also for her roleplay with Ren and being very confused and a little scared of Gimbal straight out, especially when he was whispering things at her. She was not sure what was going on and was a little scared and ready to take a nap. And just continuing to kind of follow one of the things from her backstory and wanting to keep track of the places they're going and then the terrain and all that sort of stuff. So yes, that's why.
Awesome. Well done. And who will you be rolling for?
And I am rolling for Tropico Thunder.
Oh, nice. Boom. Tropical Thunder, are you still here?
The thunder.
Tropico.
Thunder.
Yes, there they are.
Oh, it's Tropico.
Tropico.
Okay, all right.
Poll is kicked off, so it'll be.
All right, so vote for your stream MVP in the top. Tropical Thunder was the last nominee. And let's start with you, Vivi. You are up first, and of course, you know what I'm going to do. While you're rolling, we have to play your theme song. Here we go. Roll for him. Tell us who you're rolling for and make your roll.
I am rolling for Phantom, and yay.
Here we go, Robert. You're in good hands.
19!
Oh!
19!
The song worked! The song worked! A 19, very strong. All right, let's go to you, Rory. I won't influence you with her music. I'll let you have our normal.
That's my hype music.
That's right. I'll let you have her normal boring music. Here we go.
I believe it's just one, correct?
I got you, Phantom.
Yeah, they were a follower.
They're a follower, not a sub, so they get one. That's right.
Oh, I got a 10.
Okay, Robert's still in the lead. Let's go to you, Terry.
Aventuras Narrativas.
Let's go, Aventuras Narrativas. I like that username.
And 16 and a 17. One night I got 2 good rolls.
If you could add those together, like wow, that's a really good roll, but not good enough.
No.
We still have Robert in the lead. Let's go to you, Josh. Tell us who you're rolling for.
DM Dingbat.
All right, here we go, Dingbat.
Not even gonna look. You're winning.
Dave has been awesome.
That's a 19!
Oh, we have a tie. So that is, in fact, a roll-off that will happen. That is unless, of course, Evelyn rolls a 20 for our...
We'll see.
For
Yeah,
Thunder.
that's what usually happens.
All right.
Roll a 21.
I can't do that.
You say that now.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go, Tropical Thunder.
I'm rolling for Tropico Thunder. A 13 and a 10.
Oh no, that wasn't enough. Oh no! All right, that wasn't enough. So we're going to come back to you. Now we have a roll-off that's going to happen between Josh and Vivi. And of course, Josh, I'm sorry, I am going to have to give Vivi back her music. So here we go. Make your rolls.
That's not fair.
I know, but it's the theme of the night tonight.
Gives her power.
Okay, both of you roll. Let's see.
One, right?
1d20. 1d20. And the winner is
13.
10.
Oh, Robert! Congratulations, Phantom!
Hey, Grim. Hey, Josh. Not only did she steal your kill, she stole your roll-off.
Oh!
How's
Oh, she did. She stole your kill with the lightning, and then she stole your roll with the lightning. This is a gift from Canadian Ancient Gamer. Patrick, thank you so much. This is going to you, Robert. And Robert, I may not ship it to you. I may just save it because I know you're coming from BlueBoxCon. I may just have it. Oh, Rin won Stream MVP. Let's go! Congratulations, Rin. That's your first stream MVP with Rin, right?
Flex for Jesus.
That's my first win on Rin.
That's that's your first Rin win. Very nice. Okay, so as we get ready to sign off, and yes, we already know the YouTube gods are going to ban the music that we've played here tonight when we post this to our channel, but it's still a fun thing to do every once in a while, just to do something silly and enjoy it, and we're going to do that tonight as we get ready to raid. Thank you again to all of our fans. Reminder, sign up for that Blue Box link if you're going to join us for the con. Be with us tomorrow night, Lore Masters Arcanum, a dive into Tailspire in preparation for our huge event coming up in 2 weeks. I'll show it one last time here. We have the crew from Tailspire, Bouncy Rock, their lead guy, their CEO, their head of development, their head of, I think, marketing or I'm not sure exactly what he's the guy that's in our channel. Jason is awesome, and he'll be with us. Mark this on your calendar. Thank you to all of our fans. Thank you, Dingbat. Thank you, everybody, for all the compliments, for all the chats. You know, you mad chatters, you make this stream happen. You make us laugh many times every single night. It is so much fun. I love playing D&D, but I really love playing D&D with players like this and with viewers like you. So we are going to do our raid tonight, and as we get ready to raid, let's see which of our friends is up. Hey, Anchor, thank you so much for joining us. You are part of now the Mad Chatters. Oh my God, we are at 206 subscribers now. We've never been over 200 before. So that is a record number of subscribers for a channel with only 1,075 viewers. That is unbelievable. Thank you so much. And our raid tonight will be Troll Lord Games. Where else could we go? Sorry, go ahead, Rory.
You forgot something.
Uh-oh.
You forgot something.
Uh-oh. What did I forget?
You did. Josh, take it away.
If you're watching and you're liking what you're seeing, and you're not somehow honestly subscribed through all the amazing watchers and mad chatters that we have, and you're looking at John and think, wow, this is a gorgeous 40-year-old, we have one question for you.
What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub. We love you at Blue Box. I'm getting better and better with that heart, and we're gonna have fun every single week. We play old school D&D. We got terrain, we got minis, we got Tailspire, we got Theater of Mind, we have dice trays, we have fun, and we have the best chatters. Thank you, Ren Reb, so much. And so we're gonna raid Troll Lord Games tonight. And let me pull that back up. These are our great friends, one of our newer sponsors. They do amazing work. They are the makers of Castles and Crusades. Oh, I didn't shout that. I should mention that as well. So Castles and Crusades is the gaming system for Troll Lord games. It's an old school gaming style system, just like D&D, just like Pathfinder. And they have free PDFs that you can download of their basic guides. So it's like you can literally get into it and start playing the game for free. They also have amazing modules that you can buy. You can plug them into any gaming system. And then they are a sponsor here on our channel. And I think they're gone.
John?
They just went off, didn't they?
They're not. Yeah, they're actually hosting you.
Yes.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that explains why they had 80 and I saw 80.
Loot Die Repeat, Praetor's Reject.
Let's do Time Lord's wife. Kayla. Kayla is Time Lord's wife. So please don't leave. Everybody stay on. I really want to give Kayla a nice jump on her stream. She is a fantastic DM. Honestly, I hate sending you to her because you'll probably like her better than me. She is really, really, really good. She's a great descriptor. She has great storytelling. She's super funny and friendly, and she's a friend to our channel. She's been in a lot of our streams. She supports us. We want to support her. So we're going to raid Time Lord's wife. She's got 28, and hopefully we can bring her in a lot more than 28. Let's see here. We're going up, 45, 49, 51, 52, 53. We're going to raid her with 53 viewers tonight. Thank you, everybody. Stay on and give a hi to Kayla from Blue Box when you jump into Time Lord's wife. This is Blue Box signing out.
Love you guys.
Love you too. And the raid has commenced. Let's drop some nice little boom, boom, boom. Raid, chat.